What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today we're gonna be looking at the poker tournament. I got it all the way heads up. As you see, we're very deep, and this heads up match was very long. We're very deep. And I thought it was pretty tough. So let's get started. Um, Facing a raise, I think we defend suited ends. We just call. Hit the nine. See bet small, so pair board. Pair board, we mostly defend by raising. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna check raise here. Check raise. Oh, he calls. 6 on the turn. Think I would go for,
Pretty good. You beat all 9x at this point. Like you beat ace nine.
yeah.
You beat anything except for 4x and overpairs.
So here I say we bet half pot or 1/3. What do you think? Or do you polar? I don't think we really polar. I think it's small again. I went half, folks.
I think half is reasonable. I could see slotting like a weaker nine, like a jack nine or a queen nine into a half size and using a bigger size for this, like a 75 or 80% size.
Okay.
I'd be curious, are you gonna wizard these hands?
Yeah, as much as I can. You think there's merit here in looking it up?
I do, because it's just like
The turn?
I don't know. I just have a million questions, like not having studied this well enough.
Yeah,
For me, it's not like not that I particularly disagree with any decision point, but I have like questions at every single decision point. I'm like, sure, check raising sounds good. How often do we check raise? Is this hand? Okay, on this turn. What's our sizings? I have no idea.
yeah.
Strange because we did a heads up session about 3 weeks ago and there was about 20 at the start and about 5 at the end.
Yeah, exactly. It was Tim. Tim was there at
What?
the end. Maybe you were there, Andy.
I was there, yeah, abandoned ship, basically.
Yeah,
And also, like, this hand is even maybe a candidate for a 3-bet bluffing pre. Like, I don't even know what our 3-bet ranges look like like, for what, like 50, 60 big blinds here?
6-9
Um,
suited.
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm just like out here just freewheeling, man. I literally have no idea.
Well, it's suited, right? So in my mind, big blind suited, you just wanna like mostly defend, right?
I think that's often going to be true. We're just so deep that you might start pulling some bluffs from kind of like the triangle, like the 10-7, Jack 7, 10-8, 9-7 kind of range. And this is kind of near there.
Let's have a look.
But it'd be nice to remind ourselves, like, what does our 3-bet range even look like?
Oh, this looks kind of wide. Okay, so he raises.
Bonk.
Okay, yeah. It's like the boomerang, right? 60 big
hmm
blinds. Okay, really don't do that enough then.
I know. I would never, yeah.
Ten
I think
six.
it's nice because I think it gets dominating offsuit hands to fold. So like if he has like king six offsuit, he's probably not seeing a flop at this point. And getting
Yeah,
him out of the pot when you hold a 6x is really nice.
this is like full frequency too. Alright, so we just call. Do we have post flop heads up, you think? It looks
Yep,
like it wants to. Okay, so
definitely.
nine of spade, 4-4.
Let's see, I agree that he's gonna use a small sizing a lot here. That makes sense. I agree that we're gonna check raise a lot. I don't quite know what a lot means. Maybe like 50% of our continuing range will be via raises.
4 of clubs. So check.
He goes kind of between 38 and 25. Yeah, that's like 33. Probably 38 is the fairest size.
Okay, so check raising is good, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's picking up a little bit just above this kicker. Like 9-6 is kind of borderline, like 9-7. Oh,
Oh,
but no, then actually it doesn't really raise the overcard ones. Look at that. Like 10-9, Jack 9, Queen 9. No. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I thought we'd raise a lot more, cuz usually we raise, on pair boards, we raise more than we. Oh, but we're very deep and we're heads up, right? So,
Yeah, I guess heads up is just a little bit different. Like you're more willing to just like float some like ace high, king high, even queen high stuff.
Okay, so say we raise kind of small, which we did,
But of course, you see raising with sand is quite good.
and then the turn is a 6 of clubs.
My expectation is that this might be like this particular hand, since it's the best 9x, because it beats all other 9x's, might really go for it. Because like his ace nine or king nine just can't be that scared here.
And we still need protection too, because, the paired fours, right? Like if he has like. I don't know, any overcards, right? Any higher
king.
pair will
Ace
beat
king,
us.
ace
Yeah, yeah.
queen, king queen, yeah, right. If they pick up a pair, they beat us. We actually have like it's a 2-pair hand, but it kind of works like a 1-pair hand.
Okay, so the turn barrel is like, you can go like half pot or you can go 1/4.
So it's very big with fours. That's not surprising. It's like 100% pot with fours. And this hand, yeah, likes half. Okay, cool. Good to see.
So we bet, he folds, we win.
Yeah, probably had just like 2 overcards or something.
Check, bet small. Call. Turn pretty good.
Yeah, my only question here is sizing.
I size up. a
And
lot.
I'd say just going back to the flop decision, I want to bet second pairs heads up more than in other spots because ranges are very wide, so second pair is still a value hand.
Yeah. I blast it, he
Not
checks.
huge. You're not really worried about anything on this river.
It's just value. If I have a naked ace without the 8, I want to put pressure on a 8 or a 10.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, it's seems fine. Like I mean, you could quibble, but that seems fine.
So you
And
check,
on this river, we just have the best hand like every time.
so you put it or what?
Probably. I can see the solver just putting it in.
Tim, are you betting second pair bigger than top pair?
I don't know. I would much rather bet top pair here than second pair, but it's just like heads up. It's our second pair with the ace kicker. I think it's good enough for that.
Oh yeah, I think you're gonna bet this and a couple more hands. The only thing I'd add is at SPR like 10, we are very interested in having like flush and straight redraws. But you can still bet this hand, certainly.
Would half pot be better here, given that I block everything?
I don't think so. I think you really want to go big. Also, there's like a million wrappy draws around the 10 and the 8 that can give you value.
Okay,
You know, queen 9 with a single spade in their hand or all kinds of.
so I went with a big
Oh.
bet here. Is this a big
Oh,
bet?
you're
board?
button. Okay, yeah, sorry. I thought you were donking. No.
Yeah, no.
No, probably
It's like I can see
not.
you doing this with hands in range, but with this particular hand, you may just isolate yourself against better hands, which may be counterproductive.
I would check back here.
Can I get a better
Like-
ace to fold using that size?
No.
Maybe in practice.
Like ace 9 specifically. Ugh,
Ace
I don't
10,
know.
ace
I don't know,
jack?
ace ten, no diamond.
Ace
know?
Jack, you are in fantasy land. You are in
Okay.
fantasy land if you think I'm defending the big blind here and then folding ace
It's a
Jack.
big bet. It's big
I
bet.
don't give a shit if it's a big bet. I
Okay,
don't give a fuck.
so this guy just was like, okay, I'm not having,
I know this guy, I've played with this guy.
He's like, it's not your board.
I don't know his game at all, but recognize his
Yeah.
name.
yeah.
Can we look up our strategy on 6-4 deuce?
Yes.
I think this is fair. I think it may be that you want a more polar.
Is it gonna
Six
pick
hands
the
with-
heads up sims directly, you think?
I hope so.
It should know. I think it should know. From
Be
the
nice if
number
it
of
all-
players in the hand, right?
Oh, it
2
works.
players.
Happy day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it a,
Sweet baby
is it
Jesus.
a,
It works. Look at this. Small blind, big
Is it a
blind,
check?
okay, board.
yeah, I'm right.
Alright, and then,
I think like having one heart in hand is nice. And having like it's subtle, but I think having ace 7 would be a lot better because you just river a lot more straight draws or a lot more straights.
what do you do
And
here,
this one, like,
Danny, on this board?
I already said I wanted to check.
You want to check?
and I think ace of
We have
diamonds
ace
makes a more
high.
appealing bet.
I just wanna get to showdown.
When you're gonna find the big bet here, I'd like to have ace of diamonds in hand instead of ace of hearts.
I wanna see my turn for free and decide what I wanna do in position.
Okay, so mostly betting, but it's really close. It's mixing all the colors. It's really mixing. 20% big bet. 20% small, off, but okay, so it is
It
actually.
is a lot of
not-
big.
It's
Yeah, it's a lot of
four.
big. I agree with that.
It's
I
very
like that
four,
decision
right?
that this should be big, just not
Check a
for
lot,
insanity.
bet big a lot.
You
Okay.
can kind of see you need
four.
ace queen or ace king to bet for value here. And if we hover over ace 8, yep, ace. No, not really. Not ace of diamonds.
Tricky.
Kind of all over the place. Kinda
It
weird.
seems that it wants clubs. Or spades.
You don't wanna, you don't wanna bet fold your backdoors, so it's just preferring to bet without the backdoors,
Thank you, Danny.
I think.
Yeah,
It also might be picking some other ace of diamonds, like, you can't bet every ace of diamonds.
so don't bet the back doors, and here I have double back doors. So. Okay, so we put my nose into it. I'm like, oh,
Can we go back to our betting range there? I
yeah,
just wanna like explore it a little bit. So good sixes for sure. Stuff with redraws like 6-5, great. Ace king, ace queen, good enough to bet for value.
All these offsuit craps with an 8 or a 7.
7x,
Right,
yeah,
7x.
exactly, 7x, 8x.
7x and 8x.
What kind of
Like
suit?
8x is a nice hand to bet, but when you have the ace with it, it's a little too strong.
Notice that you still, like we mentioned on the last hand, betting a lot of top or second pairs still, like ace 4, good enough. King 4, good enough. Queen 4, still betting. Jack 4, that's a little bit. Just interesting. I think a lot of people are a little too conservative with those. Pocket fives, good enough to bet for value.
Yeah, heads up, it's just ranges are wide.
Okay.
Second pair is basically like, top pair in a different scenario, in a full ring scenario.
And the ace deuce was going for a little bit of bets. Like, third pair can find a bet.
Think I should call ever here. Against this, it's his first check raise in at 120 hands. But from this point on, he's gonna go mad.
I don't know.
Let me tell you, from here, the guy, okay, before we heads up. Plays 54% of hands. Three bets 12%. Before that, I was 27-12. So 27%, but now it's gonna change a little bit. And I check raise 20% of the time. He never did it. First check raise in 120 hands I play against him. So I'm like, okay, the first time, I mean, what can I do, right? I
Right,
just-
and that wasn't the hand to put up a fight with, so it's fine.
Yeah, so he raises that 3-6. I'm like, I'm supposed to play, I think, but. 30,
It's like cuspy, right?
30. Pretty sure I'm supposed to defend here, but I just like, okay, I'm like. Let's dodge this one.
It's alright. You don't lose much by folding.
I mean,
Imp-
yeah, like if you say you're defending 6-4-0 plus, I'm fine with it.
Limping, queen 6. Checks. So he doesn't have much aces when he checks, right? So. Whenever he doesn't raise pre, it's like very capped with aces. I'm like, I can bet here a lot. And I
Seems
have.
okay.
diamond.
Queen high just might be a little bit too good to be bluffing with. It might just be good enough. Like if you had, I don't know,
It's just that ace. I
9-5.
don't think I have a
Mm.
choice, Tim, from the.
I think
small
the
blind.
6 kicker, it's okay to start going for it.
Uh,
I wouldn't bluff queen, well, no, I would bet queen jack because you have boatloads of equity.
Yeah, it's more like value with all that equity. And overcards if he's defending like in a week 8, your overcards are all live. I mean, I think this is fine.
Hmm.
Well, the machine says it's not. So
Alright,
Yeah.
good eye, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that in
EV is
blind v
similar?
blind with queen high specifically. I've seen in our studies of people betting it too often. So
Okay, so those three off, I'm gonna muck.
let it go, yeah.
King six, I'm like, I could limp, but I feel like, I wanna raise now. So. I'm gonna muck.
Yeah, you keep getting 5 high, 3 high.
So he goes like 3.5 here and it's like the first time.
Jesus.
You know, there's always that first time, right? And after that, you know,
I'm not playing against that.
okay, I'm not either.
It's cuz you limped, right? He's out of position. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like he opened
no,
yeah.
no, that's right.
but
I
So
was just looking at our limping ranges.
for which one? This?
Limping, open limping, yeah. It's like a boomerang that's more on the suited side. It's like king five, queen six, jack seven, 10-7. None of those ace deuce. Those are the hands that do it the most, and then stuff that's gonna limp fold at the very bottom, like 6-3-0, 7-3-0, 8-3-0, 9-4-0.
Okay.
That'll limp fold. Anyway,
Here I go for a little raisey raise, 6-3 off. Get away with it.
so solver open limps that occasionally, but no, raising it's fine.
So here he raised and I got a good blocker, so I got a 3-bet here, right?
I like it, I
I
think.
like it.
6, he calls, see a flop. No club, should I check here?
Yeah, no club and no straight draw. Got a kind of junky hand, but he still has like a lot of
Maybe.
suited Broadway type stuff that didn't connect that hard. King Jack, King 10, Jack 10, stuff like that.
Right, so the machine says bet every time or almost.
Border. Yep.
Okay. So I bet small. He calls,
You might just save yourself money by making your bet there quarter instead of third.
then I'm like on the turn, I just like, I'm gonna check, you know, what are we gonna do here? Checks, and now he blasts. I'm like, oh my god. Like,
GG.
alright. Alright. Round
You don't
one,
have to win every pot.
end of round one, round two.
Yep.
So here he checks. I don't have a diamond, but it's a king eye board. So pretty good
Yeah, I think
spot,
this
I
is
think.
yeah, I think it's still a value bet. It's like getting thin, but still
Nah,
just a value bet.
easy bet.
Easy bet,
Yeah,
that's up, right?
I mean, it's just like getting thin. I'm not saying it's too thin. It's just like you know that you're not the top of your value range, but it's still in your value range.
Yeah. Checks. What
Easy
did you do
bet.
here? You should bet the turn.
Ooh, I mean,
Flush, low card, flush completer, no diamond.
alright, I could
I
be
mean, that's all
convinced to
true, but
check
he just
here.
doesn't have like two diamonds all that often. He just defends so much crap. He has like
I
second
know,
pair
but he could have a
still at a
king,
fairly high frequency.
I
could
think
have
you
a
gotta
dirty
bet
king, no?
5.
I don't hate betting.
Bet 5 or check.
Yeah, or even size it down all the way to like half pot, not even five.
Okay, so check back the flop,
Okay, so
Whoa,
so smaller is bad. Wait, check back the flop?
check back the flop.
What the fuck?
Alright, let's go back one
Well,
now.
fishes.
No, no, it's because we
same
don't
EV
have a
again, though.
diamond. We don't have a diamond, so.
Yeah, yeah, I think that one's close. And like
Do we
not too
not range bet?
big. You went third, it's or you went 40.
Are range bets a thing heads up?
Pretty sure it is.
Like, do you ever have
Close
enough of a
to.
range advantage? You still
I
should,
don't know about
right?
100%, but you can still like there's definitely spots where you bet a lot.
Back here. We're betting a lot,
Mm,
but not queen,
only
not
65%.
jacks. That's actually the biggest checks here. Queens and jacks. Then you only bet when you have a diamond.
You bet when you have a diamond. Yeah, we're still deep
Yeah.
enough that that backdoor is important.
I knew it, I didn't do it. Here we are.
You check every queen high.
Yeah, check queen high and some like middling ace high, some like ace seven, ace eight, ace six kind of hands.
Seems like bottom of the deck up, right? Bluffs heavy here, this part of the deck. Oh, it's straight cards as well, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay,
And like
Yeah,
weak sixes are also straight cards.
what
Yeah.
about sizings? We're kind of. For, the famous
Small.
40% size, right? That's new, right? And then,
Yeah.
okay,
Small. And definitely if you're gonna bet this hand, you need to bet it small.
hmm. So it's using less half pot and more like 40%. And then. What is 9-8 here?
Bunch of nothing.
9-8, no diamond, no, just the bottom of the deck. Alright, so we should check, we end up betting. So definitely this turn has to
Definitely
be,
gotta check then.
alright, and then do you value bet here after he checks 3 times? Cause I think I do now.
Yeah. I would be greedy here.
Yeah, read,
Oh, nice. You actually decided to do the heads up hands.
yeah,
I like it.
so 2-5, gonna muck.
I'm just.
This
He's
guy's
been all
gonna
over the
think
place
you're a
with his.
nit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been all over the place with his sizings, which I'm wondering what's going on with.
Rightfully, he's gonna rightfully think I'm in it.
Solver says this hand is seven deuce is more of a raise than a limp.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm doing a lot of raising, like with this kind of stuff at this. I'm not doing really any limping almost at 50 big blinds.
Yeah, your
Okay.
limping range is more like 7-5.
I thought like deep stack.
wanna be able to limp
almost
call.
everything.
Are there
That's
any limp folds? Like, you limp fold
Yeah, there's
the offsuit bottom, right? And then you limp
exactly. Yeah, there's
call,
definitely limp folds.
all your suited stuff should be a limp call. If it's too weak to limp call, you
Yes.
just open.
Exactly.
yeah, I think you got it, Danny.
So that's one, I call.
Why not, like, do you ever
Wait,
consider
he bets.
raising?
Oh, this is weird. That's one where we limp in. It's just kind of. I wonder what's going on
He's
here.
just telling you like, I have.
I
Queen
have a
jack.
little something.
I
This guy
have.
is very loose, very like. You see bets, okay, 80% of the flops. He plays more than like 1 out of 2 hands. So 56% VPIP. He's here to play. So
Yeah, I don't think he should have donks when you limp in because your range is much stronger than his.
Oh.
It's just good.
That's why I was asking about raising. Like, you have way more of this than he does as a limper, right? I would think.
Yeah, you should have like some like pocket kings and shit, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
this deep?
I don't know, but he just never does. Like he should just be ISOing. Like you can have traps. He when he checks back, he
Yeah,
cannot have a trap.
ace queen.
Like
Yeah.
very small again, right? So I'm like, haha, thank you. And now
See,
I-
yeah, but there again, how often is he betting flop with a jack and then continuing to bet it on the turn? Like never.
on this side.
Continuing
And continuing
small is
small.
my,
Smarter.
In my mind,
I
that's
wanna
just
find
a
a-
bigger flush draw most of the
I
time.
want to find a lot of bluffs against this line,
Or a
and
10.
I'm considering bluffing this hand. I really just want to bluff the shit out of this.
dude, I wanted to bluff this hand from the flop, man. Like when you make it here to the river and he plays check, you're in kind of a bad spot. Like,
It
he's gonna be
sucks.
loaded. He's gonna be loaded to bluff catch you with a 10 here sometimes, some ace highs. I don't know. Like, I don't think you get a ton of bluffs through here. And you
Okay.
have bad blockers at this point.
And it's true that the solver might not go for this hand, but we're not playing against the solver line because he's not supposed to start off donking this flop anyway. It's a ridiculous line, and against a ridiculous line, I have to ask like, what's he holding? And I think he's turned over his hand face up, and I think he's holding like weak showdown value. And against strong showdown value, I want to fold. Against weak showdown value, I want to get them to fold.
I
Well,
went
now
for
we're
you.
screwed. This won't do anything. You have to bet like 20 chips here. And like,
And
pray
can you
he'll like give you
reliably do
credit
that?
for a boat.
Can you reliably do that?
After flatting turn, that's the thing. When you have so much money behind and we flat turn, I think we severely cap ourselves because like
Yeah.
we just want to
what-
raise like trips and boats and shit on
Well,
turn to
look
get
how
the money.
dynamic the board is too, Tim.
Maybe
Like,
king
you're,
jack only.
you're not yeah, king jack only. That may be it. That if you didn't raise it pre-flop. This board is so dynamic
True.
that, you're not calling the turn bet with any piece of value. So when you make it here on the river, you are just as capped as he is.
Yeah.
You can have a king
Yeah,
to
I
do
feel like
this, I guess.
he turned over his hand and he has king
Maybe.
deuce and we let him play well against us.
So you wanna raise the flop? Basically, that's what
Yes.
you're
Or,
saying.
and or turn. Yeah.
Yep, and or turn. I'm gonna
And our
play
turn.
aggressive. Yeah, cuz like, okay, you got a flush draw, man, but, this
And
hand
w-
benefits a ton from getting folds, a
Okay,
ton.
and once here, you don't bluff, right?
Or, yeah, I would literally give up river and let him win with, cuz I don't wanna try to get him off his weak king or whatever with,
Yeah, we could
after
also
taking
consider
this
though going
line.
for a small bluff with this
I-
hand because we benefit from all
Yeah,
folds. Like we're losing to 9 high. If he has like something like 9-8, 9-7, if he has like queen 8 or something, queen 7, any like naked queen X, that I think it's conceivable he could take this line with. I
I think
really
you
don't want
gotta
those
You can
hands.
bluff.
bluff small. You can
I
bluff
think you
small.
gotta bluff, but I think your bluff never works. I think you need to bluff. It just never works, though.
Then do you really have to do it? Like, he
Maybe
gave
you're
you
right.
such a good price that you just
I
get to
called the
kind
hand
of realize and you don't, like, when you're getting
before
such
you
a good
showed the hand.
price,
Did
you
I
don't
not
have
call
to
that he had
bluff
king
as
deuce?
often, right?
You did say king deuce. It's the
Yep.
hand class.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
just like it was face up.
Cuz if you need, he's laying you pot odds where you need to win 20% of the time to call, and you have 20% direct odds with your flush draw, you don't need extra like bluff equity on the river to make your call profitable on the turn. You can literally give up every time you miss, and it's still a profitable turn call.
Maybe. Maybe you could just play it slow. I think like, I would just, I'm just thinking how I would play it. Like I would be check raising, I would be raising this flop just because he shouldn't have a lot of donks on this board.
and
You
then,
have,
so you check this turn. You give up?
I'm gonna be barreling on that turn.
You sure?
I would be barreling on that turn. You got
Okay.
jack ten, you got king jack. You got, I don't know, you're gonna have some
If
jack
I
X here.
if I raise flop, I wouldn't bet this turn. The jack's kind of one of the bad cards for a donk call. Like, that should increase
Yeah,
his
I could see
range
you.
strength over ours, right?
Yeah, you could let it shift.
Even
And
though we do
conversely,
still
if
have
you
some good
flat
stuff.
flop, then it's a pretty attractive raise on turn
Right,
because he doesn't have it.
right,
Maybe.
right. On the turn, I think it's a great raise, and then, yeah, on the flop, it's a great raise too. You just, on this turn,
Well,
you probably check back.
the turn gets a little dicey, I guess, as far as like his
Yeah,
continues go.
Okay,
you can barrel a brick.
so that wasn't great. You got me.
I like call flop
Uh,
raise turn. I think
8-4
it's good.
off, we defend, but it's borderline, or we fold.
you can't fold. It's too far up. If you're folding, yeah, dude, that's not good.
I'm
You
in
got,
it.
I think it's like twos and three, like it's offsuit twos and some threes.
But I'm in it. I fold?
He's just farming EV.
Yeah, he's farming on me.
Alright, did you raise or did he raise? It went kinda quick.
I raise.
Wait, sorry,
Who we
840 I
opened?
wanted to point out is like 0 EV folds half the time.
Okay,
Folds? Okay, thank you.
So it's fine. It's fine.
Thank you, Tim.
Yep.
Raise call. Okay. Now,
I like a big size, I think, like three.
tree, a little tree.
Yeah,
Two-
half-ish.
what-
Yeah,
Should,
yeah, half, 60% are good. Yeah.
I should have size up there, right?
I think this is
But
fine.
this is not bad. You went
This
40. I'm
this
glad
is
you didn't go smaller, you know?
smaller, I would have not been as happy with.
Yeah.
He's gonna have some 8x here.
Four liner, so we gotta,
Yeah, we don't
gotta
get a lot of
check, I
value from
guess.
worse at this
He
point.
still has some better tens too.
So there's
Yeah.
two lines you
Basically,
could
any
take
ten
here.
beats us.
There's two ways that I think you could go with this. Like, I don't mind like a mergey turn bet and just raise to, or I don't know, you can't really fold versus aggression cuz you have a out. Like if an eight comes,
Just check
but,
then.
well, so like, okay, if you bet, you get to play back, you get to play check rivers on like some rivers. Cause
Yeah, but
he's not gonna donk all the time, or you could play check and then you kinda put yourself in a bluff catch node, which is not bad.
well, I don't think he checks twice with an eight.
I'd rather
No.
play a river and, see what sizing they take, see what timing they take, see what the river is, and make some good river decisions than have to be guessing on the turn.
So on this river, I'm value betting.
After you face
So-
check, it's a
Yeah.
little greedy. I would
Well,
check back again.
Well, he checks
Yeah,
twice, right? Checks
I'm-
the
I'm
turn,
never-
checks the river, so I don't think he ever shows an eight here.
I
No,
agree
think
with
you
Louis
should bet
here.
like ace ten plus here, maybe king 10.
Dude, it's
he-
it's
heads
heads up, like, it's heads up, like he's got the whole deck.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
guy's
but
gonna
he-
check two pair
He
here.
called a
He'll
flop
check
bet. Yeah,
like
exactly. I'm
nine,
not worried about him having
9-7.
an eight, but like
So-
he needs to hero you with some random two pairs, and I think just think
Queen
he has some
10,
to
right? Won't he
give.
check queen 10?
I'm betting here. I think,
So I went with the bet.
Let's
He's
run this
gonna-
hand. We
he's
should
gonna
see
have-
turn and river.
he's gonna
Yeah,
have
I went
hands
in-
like
in flop, honestly.
7-5, I think. He's gonna have, yeah, I would say, guess look at it.
Maybe river's a good bet then. Maybe it's not too thin. I think
I-
turn, feel pretty strongly about checking turn.
I think you could do either line. I think your line is the much more solvery line. I think it's, just much more solid play playing check here. On the turn.
Yeah, betting would be like an exploit against a stationy guy. I could definitely see that too. If you think they're,
So from the flop, I should size up, you know that,
wait,
alright?
Yeah,
wait,
we
was that
identified.
0% turn check? Oh no.
But, yeah,
What is this?
I should bet small on this turn.
Bet small.
What is
Okay.
this?
Very small.
What
I
the
get,
fuck?
I think it's just following that logic. I was kinda saying, like, he lets you know if he has an eight really quick and you kinda control the board.
Okay.
But it does check back when you take this line. Like, if you go
Well,
bet, bet.
no, I don't,
No, it's no
We're not in-
solution.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, never mind, never mind.
We're in
There's nothing.
fantasy land.
I'm
So-
sure if we bet turn, we're betting partially to buy the river, right? So we can just check back when.
Do
Yeah,
you smarrel every 10? Gerald?
Smell it.
yes,
Small barrel?
yes.
I don't think I'm smirling every 10. Like, if you got 10-3 suited, I'm gonna put some in a check back
Pretty
range, I think.
dusty.
No,
It's
no,
pretty shitty.
no, we don't check tens, says up.
Don't think that.
Smirl.
There's no way.
Smarrel. Is there a larger size too here?
Maybe,
No, there's just one size. That's a problem.
No, that's out of position.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, thank
I
you.
got you.
Thank you,
I
thank
got
you.
you.
There's a
Yeah,
little
so-
halfer in there.
10, queen
got a
10,
little-
king
a little
10, queen
half.
10.
Little half
Alright,
pot.
Galen, you were basically right about the under tens, like 10-4 we see here. Just going for the
10,
check.
10-4 slows down. 10-8 is the nuts, so you're also in there.
Hmm.
You can check a lot of them though, like, the ones with the best kickers are like the ones that are just like going for it. the
So
overcards.
50-50 on the tens, right? The worst ones? Check.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Jack 10 is like the best one, it looks like, just because it blocks like the uber nuts.
Didn't consider the smarrel.
I did not either.
Okay,
And
so
then you are supposed to check river if you smarrel, right?
I think so.
Or-
3.5. Now I'm like, okay, it's time to get to work. So I raise.
Yeah, you can raise this. I'm
I
fine with
like
it.
raising this. I think it's good.
I4
Little
off.
board
Fan,
coverage.
check, that's small.
Raise, raise.
I think open enders are calls.
It's heads up, raise.
It's heads up and you're deep.
I went call, cause I thought in my mind, open enders like this are majority calls almost always.
I can see it both ways.
And then also, I'm actually sure it's a call, cause you don't have a card of the suit.
You're actually sure.
Uh-oh.
You don't have a card of the
Uh-oh.
suit.
Uh-oh.
You wanna bet,
Uh-oh.
Louis?
Uh-oh.
I'll put like
Uh-oh.
80% raise here.
He's unlacing the shoes right now, taking his sock off to put the foot in his mouth.
Oh my god.
With the
Danny, I don't know,
diamond,
the
it's
open ender with
pure.
undercards is a
Uh,
pretty crappy.
Okay, I
Yeah.
have two reasons to believe it's just a call. Open enders
Okay.
like to call more often, and we don't have a card of the suit. What about you guys?
I
But we have two
agree with
unders.
I agree with your reasons, Louis. I also think like we get a lot of folds from dominating 5x and 4x. Like if he has like king 4 here, he's not continuing, right?
Not looking good.
Not looking very good. Okay, so
50-50.
you can do
You can,
some
you can
like,
do it, you can do
you
it.
can do some
And that's
stuff here.
without the suit.
Yeah,
Imagine.
Danny
what
said 80, I recall. Look at the
I
tape.
said 80 and then I said pure with the diamond.
So it's one of those things like we have built like so many of these heuristics for like playing versus the field that like kind of help guide us. Like a lot of that logic breaks down when you're playing against 100% of the range. Like, you gotta kind of like expand the rules a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we see our flop strategy with range?
Yeah. Let's see.
I
Raise
agree.
every
Voting
6,
raise more
raise
with
every 7.
the diamond. I think, do you raise 9-8 or
Okay, not
5-4
every
more?
6, but apparently 9-8.
I can't see it yet. Can you see
Interestingly.
it?
No, I can't see it yet, but the fact that we only raise 5-4 half the time, I feel like we'll raise 9-8 more.
Maybe you'll slow play it though. I don't know. We're gonna find out,
Oh, I don't know. 9
right?
high,
Like
but like
I
all
have no
that
idea.
equity. How
I
can
have no
you
idea.
argue with all that equity?
Pure with
So,
the
okay,
card
with
of the
a,
suit, almost.
with a single diamond, you're gonna do it a little bit more. Yep. That's fine.
9-8, kinda
Now take
similar.
it up to 9-8 out of curiosity.
I guess it's slightly less.
Diamonds.
No, I think it's a hair more.
8-5
It's
though.
solid.
Yeah, they're all doing it quite
Yeah,
often.
I'll do.
One with the
And
call.
then what was it? Every 7, every 6? I didn't see, I didn't look at 6x. No, a lot of 6x calls, okay. Okay. Quite some trapping.
So on the turn he barrels, I'm like, ah. What am I?
Now
That's
you
a
gotta
bad
go out.
turn. That's a bad
Yeah.
turn, man. Like, honestly, like your equity is kind of nuked the way you've played it. The board has shifted, away from your hand. I think you just jump
Fold?
ship now. Yeah, you just jump
Mhm.
ship.
If
I
you
also
had
kind of
played call on the flop with the diamond combo, I feel like you could raise turn as a bluff.
yeah, and
Maybe.
I kind of agree with you, Reed, that this player may be playing a little, straightforward.
One thing I
Well,
also noticed is
Maybe.
like he's only min rate. You're like 40-50 effective with this guy and he's just min raising when he raises. So
Yeah,
I would just keep that into consideration when like defending.
Yeah. And I think that big turn size, I expect it to be a little bit too honest.
maybe. It's easy to barrel one diamond.
so I raise this. Get this. Okay.
I'm going large
Blast.
here. I'm going like
Blast, blast, blast. Yeah.
three.
Or more.
I might even be
I'm
going like
gonna
closer to pot, closer to pot
I'm
here.
gonna
So
be all in on some runouts because
We
like this
bet,
is gonna remain a very important blocker on turn and river.
we bet a
So
lot of 5x, 6x
Yeah.
here, right?
yeah, definitely,
Mhm.
definitely.
yeah,
Bigger
I would
than.
see. I would go a little bit larger, but now you just call.
I
Whoa,
think
let's
we
click 'em
have,
back.
I think we
You
have
can,
a misagreement here. I don't think we call.
Let's
Dude, you
click 'em
got
back.
yeah, I
direct
kind of want to
equity
raise.
to
I
the
kind of want to rematch.
nuts.
Let's make it 11.
We saw this guy play back on a low board. It may be that that's part of his game.
Oh
Like this is the
man,
second time
I
we've seen
feel
him
like
play aggressively
I
on the
feel
low
like you
board.
guys are playing chess and this guy's over here playing checkers, man. He's got like two pairs. He's got two pairs something. You're gonna click
Fold,
it in his face?
0%. He doesn't have two pairs. I think this guy has like queen 10 and he says, F you, you don't have a piece of this board sometimes. And we
Alright,
say, yes, we do.
he got me on
Yeah,
this
you
one.
can't fold. You definitely can't fold. How can you fold? You have so much equity.
Dude, if a five hits, you just fucking get it all. Like, you get it
He
all.
made it so small. You can hit a jack, you can hit a
It's just
5.
like, you know how
And
I
you'll
believe
know what's
people
up. Like if
don't
you
check.
hit a jack and he checks turn, like you're feeling okay. If you hit a jack and he like bombs it, you're like, maybe jack's no good.
Mm.
Maybe, or maybe he's just, still protection betting his 4 that he thinks should still be good most of the time.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, like position means you get to, you get to not only see the turn card, you also get to see his turn action. That's valuable.
So a little bit of a weak fold here, right?
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
so.
definitely. I
Okay.
definitely think that's a weak fold.
And the fact that we've seen him play aggressively on 2 of these low boards makes me wonder what he's up to.
Yeah,
Interesting, we've also seen him open fold twice. So, He may be open folding too much.
Yeah,
I mean, not a really, I'm not a big fan of the limp here. I would
you,
just
you
be
wanna raise?
raising. I would just be raising. But it's
Yeah,
okay.
this hand does limp a little bit in solver land, but I want to just raise more.
Alright, so same story here. You have, a lot of equity. I would be betting like pot here, since it's a limp pot.
Yeah, maybe
Check.
75%, 60%.
You
Think-
could play, I guess you could play check, but I mean, come on. If you get like some good runouts, you wanna get money in there.
I think if Frank
Yeah, I
be
agree with
here,
having some checks.
it's a check.
I can see it both ways.
Make your life easy.
Bet.
But
Take
no,
a side to showdown.
Frank said, gut shot, we need to bet here. Was he right?
Solver agrees.
Machine seems to
What's up?
think that Frank is right.
What size?
Bet one.
One.
And by the way, my name's not Frank.
Oh, oh. Maybe I'm confused.
It's Franklin.
Franklin and Benny. Benny
That's
boy.
what that was. Too
See,
dumb.
like this is like the nuts turn here, I think. Like I'm
Right.
going like bananas on this turn.
I missed a bet here. Alright.
It's kind of weird though, because like this hand is like almost too good to bluff. On flop, you're kind of like value betting and setting up profitable lines.
Yeah, if you won the flop, I don't know what you're supposed to do here, honestly.
I'm blasting
if
the
you go-
turn,
If
sizing
you go
up.
one the flop, if you go one the flop and he calls, I wouldn't be surprised to see like 6 big blinds.
So I
Or
bet
check.
here, he folds. We win. So 6-9, I gotta defend. I call.
Mhm.
Yet no flop. That's very small.
Sorry,
We
on
have
that
a
last hand, I
six.
just want to point out that he like it's an interesting one where he doesn't VPip at all, and then just folds. So like his check lines, I feel like may be under defended. I'm sort of like building out a profile of this guy being straightforward. Like when he's just checked, he
A
just
little
check
bit,
back,
yeah, I agree with you. Very
checks
loose.
flop, and then
Yeah.
once he's done that, like just lets it go, doesn't fight back. He
Yeah.
doesn't seem to have like a lot of check calls in his game.
I agree with you, Tim. So here we defend. We gotta
Alright.
call one here,
No. What do you mean?
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it just
Nine high.
Okay,
Yeah, I want to raise this hand before I want to call with it.
I kind of agree with Tim. What did you do?
we're full.
Whoa, we're not allowed to fold that hand.
Not
Oh, that's
allowed,
a no.
right?
Limp it.
That's a no.
Okay,
Raising it is worth 0.2 big blinds in the solver.
what do we do here? Three bet?
I do a lot of calling here, but you could
A lot
probably
of
three bet
Either way.
call. 3-bet's okay.
So
Pair
you could maybe donk textures like this, a donking like, I
Mm.
think you could probably do some leading on a texture like this sometimes.
Okay. Do you go
Ugh,
with the
now
pair?
what? I think
I
it's just
just-
part of our fold range here.
I'm just folding, I think.
Pair draw, man.
Six, seven,
Yeah,
eight,
but it
nine.
feel, if,
I think you fold queen jack and queen ten here.
We got a
Like
bit of
these
showdown.
offsuit hands. Yeah, but if you think about it, like this is your absolute worst shit. Like jack ten can make a running straight. King high is better, ace high is better. Everything else has a better straight draw or a pair.
Queen 9, right, has a nice little nutter.
Uh-oh,
Yeah. Like this is
Yeah.
actually your worst, high card hand.
okay. So I could fold here,
Fold.
but here
If
we
he-
are.
now you're in kind of a situation, like, you're just gonna lose to a pair of sixes here, a whole heck of a lot.
Should I
A
bluff?
pair of five.
Or his rivered like king 3 or something just shitty. Yeah.
So should I bluff?
It's your best unpaired hand, I
No.
don't think you should bluff, I think I would
I
shut
Okay.
think
it down
you
and lose.
should. I think you should bluff because
Fucking seven.
you're, if you think about what you float flop with, well, then you're gonna be over bluffing though, cuz you have like all the 8-9s and 10-8s and jack tens and. Maybe don't bluff, maybe. I
It's a
don't
tough
know.
one, it's a tough
It's
one, I don't
weird.
know. I'm going to bet a little bit larger than this, I think, but it's good.
Slightly
I
sizing
think
up.
against this opponent, you could have gotten away with a bluff last time.
Maybe. Alright, I'm bringing some heat this round. Yeah, this is good. I like this, cause you don't block the flushes. There's all kinds of straight draws and stuff. Like, I would be pretty nervous here.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I might size down like one big blind or so to make it more geo going into the river.
And just go
Perhaps.
here,
What did you do?
9 deuce
It
off.
was
We
9
folded
deuce.
9 deuce.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's
This
fine.
an open, I guess, yeah,
I think
I
so.
think.
See bet, king
Have
high
the
board,
spade.
spade,
Yeah, bet
I like
third, I
this.
like
I
it.
like this. The
Turn
ten of
the
spades is actually
10.
pretty valuable here.
then the 10, we got the nuts.
I would just be showing
Go
this
either
down if you
way.
can.
I'm value betting.
Ah, dude, this is pretty greedy, but I don't hate it,
It's
I
a
guess.
big
Kinda like
sizing with
it.
10 no kicker.
But
It's a little,
this should perform better than check the turn and go for river value, right? Like, there's more to get value from here now with all the
I ag-
gutters and flush draws.
I
and-
agree, Danny. I think I would just be jarling more than I would be like.
Okay.
Yeah, we could put it,
On
we
this
could find
board
like
though,
40 or
it's like
50%
big or nothing,
sizing.
no?
You know, I think you could exploitatively. I'm not really worried about this guy like
What
going
do I
nuts
do
against
with my
just
kings
big
here? I'm
bonus.
blasting. This is not even my
Yeah,
big.
but you don't have a king. You
What
measure
happened on the
value,
river?
not
Did
your
he bet
bad
the
value to your
river?
good value.
Or no? You check the river, right?
Of course, I'm not crazy.
Okay, alright, sorry.
Just partially crazy. Not,
Put it
We
in the
can run
machine.
this one too.
Put it in the
Maybe
machine.
like the deuce is too bad and you bet like,
That's the
10,
thing.
10, jack 10 plus or something.
which
The,
street?
the deuce, like.
I don't know. I like it, Louis. I like it.
This is
If I had
greedy
to
then.
bet 6 chips or not bet, I would bet 6 chips.
There we go.
But I've been wrong so far on everything.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my.
Alright, flop, flop sizing, start on the flop.
I've been wrong on every single turn, man. This is
Flop sizing
pain.
is fine. Yeah, very small sizings, cool. Very good.
It does just check though. It doesn't even jarl.
Can we see a
I
turn
don't think
range?
we bet small much on this board.
That may
Maybe
be
we
it.
can
That just may be
start
it.
betting for value with something like, I don't know,
Do
10-9?
you think we need a better 10 to bet here?
Yeah, definitely.
What if it's going like, pot? And it's
Pot.
like ace
Get
10
out.
plus for pot.
Pot.
Why would it go
But
pop?
that could. Why would it go pot? I mean, look at the board. Double flush draw, every gutter you can imagine. Like, name 2 cards that don't have a gutter.
I mean, I don't disagree. It's very connected, but I don't know about going pot with the old 10 deuce.
Pot! Pot! We found it, boys!
It looks like it's
Ace
going.
10, pot!
It picks up around 10-8, 10-9.
Alright. And it's betting a
10-9
lot.
be nuts.
Very polar on this turn. Check half of the time, bet big half of the time.
There's a 50%.
That makes sense.
size
No
with-
straights, no complete equity, double flush draw. Like Galen said, every 2 cards has a gutter.
He's betting all the deuce X in the range. But not,
Huh.
and then 10x are almost good enough to value bet. Look at this. It's just not 10 deuce.
Those
The
are
other
the
ones.
spade ones mainly.
The other ones, right?
Yeah. 10-6.
I think the takeaway is, it's just a really polar texture, so like, if you can't bring like, some heat here,
Yeah.
you should
What are you
probably
doing?
just go, you should probably just check, man.
If you're not
Yeah.
gonna go big, go home.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting my value from a 7 here, alright?
Once I saw it was a pure check, something started turning and it was like,
Yeah.
maybe it's a pot board.
Or 5.
Okay, like this dude,
Value,
I
max
think,
He
value.
didn't bluff.
yeah, dude, he
Oh wait,
stationed
you
off.
didn't check. Okay, it's fine. How
He
did
should
he
be-
call?
I don't know,
The
dude. The
turn?
Pretty
turn,
dicey call on turn, yeah.
very
the heck?
dicey.
Yeah,
Alright,
You
so.
won this heads up battle, huh?
yes.
Yeah,
I
this
see,
guy, I don't know.
I see that, and, I'm gonna adjust all of my bet sizings, like up a pip now.
Yeah.
Dude just
And just
lost
value
his
bet the
mind for that
shit out of
hand.
this guy.
I
Just
don't
like,
think he's been
oh,
doing stuff like that.
Defend
He
backdoor.
raised, you call, so
Backdoor?
I would not raise, I would play call.
But also
think
this hand
you-
is a candidate for a 3-bet. I just Don't want us to miss
Yeah.
all of our three bluffs.
Yeah,
Wait, what are we doing on flop? I think it's just a fold.
Clicking
Backdoor
buttons,
heart.
mate.
Actually,
Backdoor
I have
heart,
no
backdoor
idea.
straight.
Maybe it's a call. Maybe it's.
The buttons aren't
You
gonna
have a
pick themselves,
raise?
Danny.
No,
I don't think so. I think you're isolating yourself against his value when you raise.
so I call.
Alright.
Check, check
Check
on
he's
the
got-
We're
turn.
raising.
He's got trash and like good hands here.
We also have
Um,
trash.
So do you try to showdown?
I might just try to bluff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might try to bluff here.
I
When he
feel like in
checks,
practice, this guy has like some worse bluffs in range. Some like, he's just like betting range on flop and then he shut down. He was like 10-9, 10-7, 9-8, 9-7, just like junk.
Do I ever win with my jack?
I think he's a
sometimes
upper
Then
enough.
I guess I should check, but he's gonna bluff, right?
I like bluffing, I think.
I don't know, man. We just saw him check down 5-high. So
What size you go for?
You can't go small if you're bluffing one of the straight blockers here. I mean, there is a flush though. Ugh. And it's paired. I don't know, maybe you go like 4, 3, 4.
Just let him check give up with his 9 high.
Fine.
I went with this size.
I don't
What are you
hate,
gonna make him fold? Like, is a 5 gonna fold even?
Yeah.
maybe.
I wouldn't fold a 5 here.
He's calling. So,
He just
He
played
didn't
call.
raise!
So
Oh
at
my
that
god,
point-
he didn't
he
raise!
calls.
He didn't raise.
Stop it.
at that point, I
Stop
was
it.
like, okay, this guy is really lucky. Cause he makes trips now, and then he's really like unaware of the hand he had. No?
Oh my
How
God,
do you
minimum
ever
When I
value.
see
decide?
this,
Absolute
I know it's
minimum value.
over.
Well.
Oh yeah. I mean, a guy like this can't win. He
Let's
can't
see.
get
He
value.
can't
Like, and
win.
you have to get
There's
value in
no
poker.
way he can beat you, Tim.
No,
He
there's no
has
way.
to cooler the crap out of you. It's the only way.
Yeah, yeah. And like that
Okay.
also means we've seen him fail to bluff. We've seen him fail to raise kind of thin-ish. That means when he's raising, he just has like flushes and boats.
Mhm. I
So,
like betting
Yeah.
3.
bet,
I don't like betting
Ooh,
small. He's got too many
big,
continues that you
big,
just
big,
don't
too coordinated. When there's lockup
Big-
equity, you have to bet small.
Not that.
remove.
No, I don't agree with
Dude,
that.
you're applying the field heuristics again. It's heads up, man. He's got 100% of hands here.
I think he could bet third.
Maybe.
It's possible that it's in there, but I'd like to see more like half.
Let me
Yeah,
continue my streak of being wrong. Here we
I like
go.
3 big blinds. Let's see.
Locked up equity, man, you can't do it. And we have a diamond.
Quarter of the time.
All right, everybody's right.
Half pot preferred size.
It's 40%, right?
That's 2.5 roughly. 2.6.
At
Almost three.
49. Oh, I see.
So I bet he raises. I'm like, okay, okay, okay.
Yikes. You're
Gotta
not going
call.
anywhere.
Another call, and at this point, his check raise is off the roof, right?
I remember this hand, by the way. Okay, I've got some strong opinions about this river situation.
His check I mean, he's check raised 3 times on like connected boards where he could very realistically have had a piece.
Dude, I lost my mind at the end of this hand. Okay, he barrels,
Oh, this
Alright.
sucks, alright.
okay, it does kinda suck, but you have like the best card in the deck. You got the queen
You
of
do.
diamonds.
Oh.
And then bro checks. Bro checks. What are you doing? What are you all doing? Bro checks. What are you doing?
Ooh. I'm gonna bluff jam this ass,
Thank you, Danny.
I think.
What
I
do you?
mean, the way he's played so far, we can pretty much write off him having a flush. We can pretty
It was-
much write off
So,
him having like
Alan,
queen
are-
jack.
What was the size
What
on
are you
turn? You
trying
check
to
raise
get to
flop and
do?
then bet turn smallish?
I think it was half
Bottom,
pot.
I'm trying to get a 6 to fold. I'm trying to get 2 pairs to fold.
Okay,
I'm trying to get like ace 9 to
wait.
fold.
Do you
Will
really
he fold
believe?
2 pair? That's
Do
the
you,
question.
hang on, do you really believe people will fold straights here?
The bottom end when the flush completes, yeah.
Okay, but this guy is like crazy.
Hmm.
He's never folding a six.
Okay, so like, you are conceding the pot if you check this river, in my opinion. I don't think I think a 9 wins like 1 in 10 times or something here. It just doesn't win.
Yeah.
So,
We beat
This guy's
sevens,
shown
we
that
beat
he check
eight,
calls river
we
though,
beat
like the
some
king
nines.
3 hand.
dude, you just don't ever win. You don't ever win. And you also have like the key card in the
Wait,
deck,
wait,
like
wait,
you
wait,
block
wait.
queen jack, you
But we
block
do,
the flush.
we do win that showdown against eights, sevens, and some nines.
He never check raises those and bombs the turn with a 7, 8, or 9 nakedly that you beat. Never.
You beat,
Nothing.
uh,
Cause I think this guy never folds a sixer.
uh. Is he folding? Like, what's he bombing turn check folding?
What's he bombing turn and just playing check with? Period.
He
That's
wants
like,
Louis to bluff. Louis's been bluffing every river nonsensically. Like, he just wants him to do another nonsense bluff.
well,
The
man,
7 deuce of clubs, the fucking, what was it a few hands ago when the guy had tripped queens? Like, he's just
Dude.
gonna let Louis do another nonsense river bluff.
dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Kid.
That was my feeling here. I beat some eights, I beat some sevens, beat some nines.
Tim, help Tim, help Tim.
You
Please
never
talk
win
to
I
Tim.
don't
though.
know.
I
It's a
don't know.
shitty run out. We do have some important blockers, but I don't know what to do. I think like going all in is powerful though. People look at you and they're like, "You're going for the last of your chips here." Like, he could just have it. Like, you could just have a jack, and then they fold like
If he
whatever
finds a
10-9.
call, man, like if he finds a hero call with a 6 here, like if he's got 5, 6 and finds a hero call, more power to him. But,
No, I
I,
For
disagree.
me, it hinges on if he'll fold 2 pair or a set. If he'll fold 2 pair or a set, I think it's a slam dunk jam.
yeah, I agree.
I
I
don't
don't
need to
Yeah.
think
fold him
this
off
guy,
the
I
6.
don't
I
think
don't care
this
about
guy
that.
folds a pair, honestly. He doesn't fold a king here.
If you think he doesn't fold a pair, then it's obviously you have to check back,
Yeah, I think so.
but
So I check back. Uh,
So curious to see what he has.
yeah, he's not folding that.
Oh my
I
god, he
hate
just
it.
raised. He just
Trying to
I
get you
hate it.
again.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. What's the solver say? What are you supposed
Dude,
to do?
there's absolutely no way he's folding this hand. If this man was gonna fold this hand, then
See, thank you, man.
there's no way.
No way.
He was just trying to
would
get you
fold it.
again. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't think there's value to jam it, but he wants to bluff catch.
probably true.
No.
I hate it so much. I hate all of you for agreeing
No,
with it too.
no. I was punting off. Punting off the turn.
Blast.
Alright, now
Blast.
look at the call range. Just look at the call range. I know it's fictitious.
I don't
I
wanna
know
see
it's,
it.
I know it's fiction, guys. I know it's like, we're looking in a textbook. And you're probably right. I'm gonna lose the tournament here.
Yeah,
But I just wanna see what happens with his 6x and 2 pairs. And maybe like a set of sevens.
Yeah. I'm very curious about the 2 pairs and the sets. Maybe they're supposed to slow down turn though. Maybe he would too.
Well, and maybe he's supposed to slow down with this hand a little
Look
bit
at
too.
5, 6.
It's just interesting that like when we find him with a check raise, he just has like fucking nutted shit.
Yo, is it folding? What?
it's
With the
supposed to
diamond.
I'm not
happen, but
surprised.
it's just not happening. I think.
I don't know,
But look, if
man.
6-5 suited, it's only the diamond. Is that why the
How about
EV
Sevens.
sucks?
4 straight though? That's the thing. He loses to any jack.
Sevens,
No,
Any
eight,
one
no.
jack. He loses to any true diamond.
9s, 10s.
10-7, 10-8,
Queens, aces?
10-9.
Nuked. The range is nuked.
He needs a flush or a jack, huh?
I mean, he calls with 8, 6 with a spade, it looks like, or a diamond. So, I mean, like, he's gonna bluff catch you sometimes with a 6. It's just like, he needs to be very selective, it looks like. Like 9, 6 is
Hmm.
just in there.
I would be hesitant here in game. I think people are gonna overcall.
They might.
I could be wrong.
You might be right. I don't know the answer to that. I just know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I remember that spot and I thought this guy was gonna call me off.
I was like jumping up and down over here when you when you snap checked. I was like, dude, no. Don't.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
snap
I
check for
see it
sure.
Galen's way.
Gotta
Like
consider it.
you gotta reach deep a little bit to find bluffs on a 4 straight 3 flush. And like, you gotta bluff with stuff that has sort of, quote unquote, showdown value, which is not actually showdown value.
Mm,
A defend queen
I'm
three,
just nervous this guy too often is checking some jack with no diamond or some, he's just like being giga nitty and playing bluff catch.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing.
big bet.
I think though the interesting thing is like, if you put him on on value, like value that's gotten demoted, I don't know, he kind of played like he was scared of the run out.
Yeah, that's kinda what I thought, man. When he played check on the river there after playing like check
Half
raise,
pot.
bomb turn,
Well, not even bomb turn, half pot turn.
half pot turn. Yeah,
Like
big
he didn't
bet.
like the turn card. And I think he was very honest about that.
Yeah, like his nut hands are just gonna continue with a jam on the river, but he finds a check. Okay, we're gonna do like a switcheroo here to catch bluffs. I mean, maybe sometimes.
So what do you do?
He's like, yeah,
Big
I've
bet.
gotten the value from like the pair plus diamond stuff. Now they're not gonna call the jams, so.
I like raising here versus a small bet, but he did size up a little bit, which is kinda strange, so I would lean call, I think.
I think you still click him.
We just don't have a lot of runway behind, you know? Like if a 10, or like if a heart hits, let's say like the
You
deuce of
click,
heart.
he jams, you're screwing up your equity.
That's fine. You don't have enough equity to call here profitably.
I know.
No, you don't. You'd have to let it go,
I think
which
you
is kinda,
might. Yeah, I like raising. I can see calling.
I do like
I think
raising.
Click
He just
fold
sized up.
mainly and click sometimes.
Bro's been like betting small with top pairs and stuff, like that king 3 hand I'm thinking of. He'd
Yeah,
bet like 1.5, and then all of a sudden he comes out here with like this.
so just fold, right?
I would play call still. You have direct outs to a straight.
Folding a lot
Bro,
on
you
flop.
can't profitably call.
Yep, there you go.
And especially if you're saying his range is stronger than it should be.
It does feel stronger than it should be.
Like, you're not gonna like stack him on a 10, right? It's very obvious there's a 4 straight.
Oh, whoa. On that note, I want to point out our reads on this guy. Like in the last hand, we were saying that like we can't stack him value on a 4 straight, but the last hand we were saying that like
Well,
he's
he had
calling
a
with his
straight last hand.
like.
Okay, he's calling with what? With his sets and stuff, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, alright, if you're saying he's like betting 2 pair plus here.
I mean,
Maybe
that's
it's
extreme,
worth trying to
The
scam
guy
him
is betting
sometimes.
85% of boards.
right?
Yeah, but he's sized up.
That's the only thing that I was noting was he sized up. That's why
We can't ignore sizing tells.
Yeah, I agree with that. Is it possible this is a guy who just like knows his big bet and small bet boards?
possibly,
Doubt it,
possibly.
doubt it.
He hasn't shown me that yet though, this match.
Right, check on the turn.
Oh boy.
Ugh,
And
now you're in trouble. You're in this node again where you have a hand you should have folded flop and now you're gonna have some silly river.
I would
But
have
you get
bluffs here.
there.
I would have a lot of bluffs, but you got here. And okay, I hated this hand too, Louis, because I remember what you did. And I was like, he just doesn't have a call range to support it. I would bet like 5 or 6 here to put, I don't know, a 10 in a hard spot or something.
In my
Like
mind,
when
I'm
you
just
go,
trying to get called by an eight. I have some bluffs like clubs, hearts.
so
An
how many
8 that
eights
he
does he
checked back.
have? Yeah, the 8 that he checked back on the turn. He bets flop
He
and then
could have checked back jack 8.
that's it. Yeah, but you lose to
9-8,
that. Yeah, you lose to those though. So I'm like, you,
exactly.
you don't, he's not sizing up with an 8 you beat on the flop.
Okay,
He's
so
not checking.
you say like
Yeah,
five,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, he's isolated himself to like medium strength hands or chops. Like,
This guy has a habit of doing that.
kind of, sorta. So
So
like,
far you've bluffed small twice, like half pottish, 60%, right?
I like
He'll
sixty
pay you with a
percent
jack,
here. Yeah, he's gonna pay you with a jack. He'll pay you
maybe.
with, a 7. I don't think he's really paying you when you go 1.5x pot.
I'll try that.
Man, that's disappointing to have missed the bluff and then get a fold on our value.
Yeah.
Kinda, sorta, right?
Yeah. It's-
Could've gone 1.5x pot with the 7
I
deuce. Maybe
I
you
wanted
would've
to
folded.
say, against a guy that we think is
Oh,
not three
shoot.
betting enough, Yeah, I kind of want to just go small, and then we get to play more hands. Like go 2 big blinds.
We should min raise
Oh,
here. Is that what you mean,
oh,
Tim?
Yeah,
that's
sorry. Yeah,
fair.
I want to go. I want to mid raise.
Yeah, after we're
2.5
like
is
sub,
quite big.
I think I agree, Tim. After we're sub 25, I'm gonna switch my sizing down, probably to 2 or 2.1 or something like that.
Yeah, and honestly, like for me, that's starting more like 40. I don't really need to go any more than like 2.1, 2.2.
Okay. Now what? You just fold?
I think you're probably supposed to call this in theory, but I haven't seen this guy jam over you
It's
once.
his first time, right? It's his first time, but I think this is
Well, we
close to a
haven't been
call.
at a jammable stack, right? Like now we're
That's
short
the
enough that he can do it.
that's the counter argument, Danny,
But
and
he
that's a
hasn't
good
3-bet
argument.
either. He
Yeah.
hasn't,
Yeah,
has he 3-bet
I
one
think we
time?
can let this one go. I think we're just
I'm gonna
getting
say, worst call or best fold, you pick.
Tight
yeah,
fold.
yeah.
Let's make a tight fold. It's okay.
Yeah, I think I
We
Yeah,
fold
should be able
because,
to like
just
have
because
more
it's his
edge.
first time.
yeah,
We
exactly.
don't,
If our read is
yeah.
like the guy's a bit straightforward, like the
I think
solver
we
says
can
it's worth
still
3
grind
big
him.
blinds. There's
You
no
can grind him,
way
yeah.
on earth that it's worth 3 big blinds against this guy.
Exactly, I would
Right,
agree.
right. It's gonna be like break even at best, and then
Yeah.
we can find much better
Because he can
profitable
have like some
spots.
pairs. He can be rejamming. Like people know how to do that with pocket fours. Okay, great. But
They're
other
intuitive,
than
very intuitive.
that's it.
Here we go, suited
Um,
hand.
you can
Very
3-bet these
good.
sometimes, but I like calling from this stacked up.
Nice.
I don't
There we
think you
go. Let the
can
comeback
3-bet this
begin.
in
We're gonna
shallow.
check raise.
It's
Of
shallow,
course,
yeah.
we're gonna make it a 3.8 here.
I like Danny's line so far.
Yeah, do a little clicky.
I like this size a little bit more versus this guy because he's stickier, so even like
Sticky
clicking
boy.
a stick boy, yeah, a little more.
Not ideal.
Bro, not
Now what?
ideal.
Do we go
Um,
block?
I don't think he has a ton of ace. I guess he will have some ace X. He doesn't have a ton though. What is he sticking with ace X
Right.
wise?
Some ace X of diamonds and spades.
Sometimes the spade, yeah, the club hits, so that's gonna cut down some of the combos. I
You're
feel
gonna
like,
check,
Like
here,
ace
right?
10
Does have
off
like better
plus.
queens than us sometimes. He should have some kind of just like good guttery hands, some like king jack, king 10 kind of stuff.
I kinda like small Louis, I think, but
I think you
checking's
can,
okay.
yeah, like 20%, Galen? How small are you coming?
Yeah, quarter, 20%, something like that.
Jesus
I would,
Christ.
I would do check or like 2.5, yeah.
Cause that's an easier node to play than this right here. When you play
This
check,
blows.
yeah, I don't think you get to really fold here. It feels kinda bad.
But like, oh, yeah.
Dude, he turns clubs sometimes here that he's doing this with. He's got like Jack 10,
Jack
uh,
10,
King 10. Like,
I agree
it's
with some of
just,
that. Oh
okay.
my God, then we end up on this river. Louis, you're gonna win this? You promise?
Dude, dude, if this guy turns like, oh man. At
You
this
beat
point,
Jack
I'm not
10.
even convinced he's bluffing anything on the turn, honestly.
Dude, you beat Jack 10, that's it. It's
I'm
just Jack
I'm
10.
not
Yeah,
convinced
honestly,
he's
yeah, I
just not
agree, Danny.
checking it back though.
This guy has just like played kind of nitty, and I think he's run better than us, and I think he's gotten a better distribution of cards than us, and that's why he's
He's
winning
run
a lot.
super hot. He just
Yeah.
called the check raise. He has like ace nine. He made 2 pair, like.
I think you're right.
Fold. Get out of here. Dude, that river
Wait,
card's the
This
No,
worst.
no,
is
sorry. He
so
doesn't
ridiculous.
have ace nine. Sorry. He has ace three. He has ace three.
This is
For
like
sure, he
so
has ace three.
ridiculous, right? I'm here with my queen and I'm like looking at this, I'm like, ah.
I think you had a mini rage fit after this one. You almost snapped for a second.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know what the hell. He's right. Like, stupid guy.
Dude, you're torched. You beat Jack 10 of hearts. That's like it.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was so sick, right? Okay, so I'm like, okay. Push.
But yeah,
Easy.
even though solver says check versus him, I think you're gonna have an easier time if you go for the block turn and see how he replies.
Right, cuz he's not gonna raise you appropriately off of your equity. Alright,
Although he plays call, then you probably check river,
yes, yeah.
and then
Interesting to see him
you have a
jamming
tough
king
spot.
6 suited there. It's a bit of
Or
a
bet one on the river.
You could
it's a
try
bit of
that,
a
yeah.
weird hand to jam. No, it's okay. Never mind.
For 11.
It's a suited high-low. I think it's fine. Louis was like under 10 at the time, so.
I would limp this, I think. Actually, is opening
Dude, I'm
good? Maybe
piling.
it's good.
I'm piling here.
Oh, you're
pre-flop.
piling.
Yep.
Maybe that's
No,
right.
are we?
It's a little
Hmm.
deep, but I'm definitely piling
Yeah,
some of these
I don't
high-low
think that's right.
combos. What's the range say? What's the ranges say?
Pretty sure low
Let's pull it
kings
up.
like this.
No, you really only jam like ace four to ace deuce and deuces and threes. This is a raise though.
So if we're a little more shallow, like let's say we're 12 or 10, does
I'll
it
take you
start
down
to?
to 14. Start there.
Maybe you're thinking big blind versus small blind limp? Or
Well, it's definitely
Against
good for.
14,
maybe this is
still
a thing
no.
for
It's
ring.
like king 9-0 is our first offsuit king jam. So
Okay,
you need something a little better. This is like a little too bad.
okay. Maybe I'm a little,
King 9-0, king 5 suited are the two that show up first at 14. And then the range will be like expanding from there as you get shallower.
okay.
Yeah, but big blind against a limp, you can jam king six, king four, king three, king deuce.
Yeah, they do
even at
pretty,
12, it's like king 9 down to king 6.
okay.
Oh, offsuit.
That region does activate though, I guess is. Yeah, maybe I'm stretching a bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Easy straight.
Yeah,
You
easy,
should mainly
reasonable
just limp
range.
king five, though.
Yep. Although raising is fine.
Three bet here.
You're kinda shallow, man. I would hate to
Either
three bet.
way.
You can
If you're
definitely
gonna
do it.
three, but I kind of just want to jam it to realize.
I'm with Tim actually. Like, I feel like this hand plays better as a jam.
Yeah, so solver does not go with a small raise here. It does a little bit of the very big raise, like 9 big blinds, or it does a sliver of jamming, and it likes
Okay.
calling. This is the only move the
Wait,
solver does
what?
not like.
No, against an open, Tim, at 30. It's three
Yeah.
bet half the time.
Oh, I have it at 25,
Oh,
which is close.
wait, that's interesting. Let me look at 25.
Similar.
Oh, interesting. Changes quite a bit.
Although if you
Yeah,
look at the
25, just
EV,
jam or call mainly. Once you get to 30, you can call or three bet small.
so it kind of tells you that everything's okay.
Danny,
Like
if you three bet and get jammed on, what do you do? At 30.
In solver land, I would assume you call. Let's see.
it's definitely a call and solver, and that's kind of the reason
Oh,
why
you
I don't
fold,
want to be three
actually.
betting this.
You
You do
fold,
fold.
you fold. So
So
you're deep enough to raise fold. Hmm. Weird.
Yeah,
And it
that's a
three
piece of.
bets 5.5 from a min raise. It's pretty small.
Is
Mm.
this a spot for a 10% on an ace high board?
I think it's just ace, king eight. I don't even know if you need to go 10. I would go quarter, I think, but small is definitely gonna be good here.
I wanna put that check because we don't have a spade.
I hate checking.
It's pure checking. You check a ton, actually. It's
On
crazy.
on ace, king eight?
I mean, the range doesn't pure check, but
Yeah, but I did a bit of
now
my
that I have it
homework.
open, I'm
You
just
know
following
how
along.
everyone was always criticizing me when, we three bet and I always said, see bet your range. And everyone was like, they love their checking range and three bet pots. Well, it got me to learn that.
Sorry, what does everyone do? What is,
There
what do you guys think?
And what strong hands would you check here, Louis?
There
I
you
would
go.
Aces.
check kings. I would check any
Ace king.
non-spades. I still think we majority bet. I still think 70% of range has to see bet here. Maybe a little bit less, but every
It's
spade in our
crazy.
hand.
It's the opposite. It's 70% check.
Okay,
Every
30%
pocket pair
bet.
checks,
Yeah.
except for like pocket fours.
okay.
With the spade will mix betting. Or with the spade will pure bet, I mean. But
Okay,
like, yeah, aces checks all the way down through sevens, sixes, they're all just playing check, all the sets and. Ace king of diamonds, pure checks, the other two are mixing half the time. But ace king off usually bets.
so yeah,
And then ace eight mixes some checking as well.
And then if you have a spade in your hand, you bet, right? Offsuit hands, like queen ten off, you three bet. You have one spade in your hand, you see bet.
Queen ten off is one of the best bluffs, but like queen jack is pure checking. All the king X are pure checking.
Queen jack off
Uh,
with one spade, it's checking.
hmm
Okay,
There's a tiny bit of betting with jack of spades and queen of spades, but it's just like 20%.
okay. So yeah,
And then some
so here,
nonsense is betting like 7-6 of diamonds and 6-5 with a spade.
yeah, so I check, he calls. Check, check. Now, should I block? I think so.
Yeah, I can see getting a little bit of value.
One for the check.
What
I think
happened
it's
on
fine.
the turn?
Jesus Christ. How? Every time. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like break my computer.
Oh, Tim.
Bro just raised called pre with an ace, flopped an ace for our king.
Okay, he's just fucking like his. No, he doesn't have an ace. He has a goddamn flush. It's fucking nit.
I love it.
Okay.
You might be
Oh
right.
my god, this is fucking triggering. I gotta
Okay, so
get
here,
off this call.
It's
Fold. I mean, fold. Like you have no like.
so sick, you know he's never bluffing. You're like, how
It's
do you
not
run this
fucking. You have no
good?
value. Fold.
here, I think I'm gonna call.
No. What?
Yeah.
You're
Alright, well,
right.
if we think he's only value betting a flush,
Cause don't you think it's been too much now? He's been like, every
what
hand
was the
he has
line?
something? No, he
Which
always has
streets did
something.
bets go in, Louis? I saw
Louis,
you check flop, that's all I know.
Like, I three bet and
Uh,
I check, he bets small, I
He
call.
bet flop,
He
you
could totally
call.
have an ace.
You could totally have
Turns,
an ace, check.
turns better for him.
Checks it
Okay, there is
through.
the thing though where he does tap himself,
You
so it's like
check
weird to wake up with a
again.
huge bet after checking in position. Like,
Two pair, nervous two
Dude,
pair,
SPR is under one. He could definitely be checking flushes on the turn to trap. He could
pocket eights.
I'm not convinced this player does that though.
Yeah, maybe not. Dude, I'm not playing call here. I just don't play call here.
I can't find a call.
I'm not
Yeah.
playing call. You got
We block
trash,
nothing. We block
Yeah.
nothing.
you got trash blockers and you got like a second best hand. So like, uh, you know, I
Okay,
just think it's a losing call a lot of the time.
okay, so my reasoning here, okay, is I check the flop because I wanna induce, and now here he goes. Okay, he had it every single time until this point,
So
right?
you're gonna induce the guy who checks back 5-4, doesn't find the bluff.
Well, then he goes.
No,
check
he
here.
didn't have an opportunity. He would have had to donk the 5-4, cuz we bet flop and turn.
Okay,
So it would have been pretty sketchy. I mean, he should have just folded the turn with the 5-4. That was the weird thing.
yeah.
I think this is a great bluff catcher, actually.
Like, what can?
I
This
would
This is
is
the
wanna have,
epitome.
though.
I would wanna
This is
have a
the,
spade in my hand.
yeah, of course you would. This is like the epitome of zero EV. EV warrior.
Well, I disagree with you. I think there's a ton of EV here.
Queen 10 with the spade, jack 10 with the spade, pocket sixes, like what, uh,
I
7-8?
think about his calling range. He could have so much stuff here, okay? Like when he calls my three bet here, he could have like, especially this guy, really wide, has a big wide range to defend. So he could have so much here. He could have like, this guy, like he probably calls like suited two gappers to my stuff. So he could show us here, like, I don't know, 7-5 of
Any
nine,
flush?
no? He
Any
could have
flush.
a flush. He could have a flush, but he,
7-5 of diamonds.
he had
Okay,
trips,
sure.
he had
That's another one.
straights, he had top pairs, he had everything before that, right? Everything
Yeah.
every time, okay? And
Yeah.
then we
So
let
is this
him,
a case of call and get you on
So,
the nuts yet again, or?
I made my bet from here, okay?
you can't justify your bluff catcher as a good bluff catcher because of card distribution. He's had the nuts 5 times, so I'm calling now.
That's not what I'm trying to say, but
Okay,
kind of.
He hasn't bluffed cuz he hasn't had an opportunity to bluff, but has he?
You can't bluff if you have the nuts every time.
I mean, that's
Right,
true.
it is true.
I don't know, dude. Maybe. I don't like calling river jams, like with this type of hand class.
Same.
He left you a few
Same.
chips if you're wrong.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
let's
only
spin it back
that,
up from 2 big blinds.
You did call here, if I remember correctly, and you were right, and I was pretty surprised, if I do
Yeah.
recall.
yeah, cuz
But you still haven't sold me on any like viable reason other than like, you were tired of losing pots.
The range,
No,
he's
no,
saying
no,
the
no.
range
It's
is
very
2-wide pre,
simple.
Galen. The
I,
range
I
is
make my
2-wide
be-
pre.
I made my bed
Louis
from
checks
here
flop.
because in
Dude,
my
look,
mind,
I got your explanation. Louis was super using. He hacked the guy's computer. He saw that he had Jack 10. He clicked call. Like, there you go.
I don't even remember what
There
he
you go.
bluffed off here. He did bluff here with something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'm
so
quite
I'm
confident it was
just
Jack 10.
inducing here, right? When I three bet and I check here, I'm inducing and I'm buckling up all the way. That's it. That's all.
What
So
suit
what
was
do
it
you-
have? It's a heart.
So what are you calling? You calling on a,
you
you calling
doing?
on a 5 of spades or something too on the river?
For what it's worth, Louis, you should block river,
Yeah, I know I should block river probably
but
because
against him, if your plan is to like get him, then it makes sense.
This is not the guy that I want to get, just for the
You
record,
check.
but I guess
He
we covered
leaves
that
you some
already.
chips. I don't know why he doesn't jam. He just clicked the 2/3 pot button. He's a bot.
He
I don't
clicked the
know.
3/4. No, I'm sorry, you're right, 2/3.
Yeah,
Honestly, that
okay,
would
that's
maybe
kinda
trigger,
weird.
that would trigger me to bluff catch here sometimes, cuz it's like, if he has the nuts, why wouldn't he just end it?
Put the rest in, yeah. Yeah, that's really weird.
I might
In
level
general, I
myself
feel
into
like
a
this guy
call
has
based
bet
off of
sizing
that.
tells based on him clicking buttons, but I don't really know what to do with it.
Louis, the solver wants you to jam part of the time over this bet.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it thinks you have a little more
honestly,
behind, I
Alright,
think.
showdown. Showdown, let's go. I wanna see 2 cards. I wanna see 2 cards. Jack 10, did I
It
call
is
it?
Jack
I called
10 with the spade.
I
There you
fucking called it.
go. That
We
makes a
have
lot
called
of
this guy's
sense.
exact hand twice.
yeah. So I got him here.
Alright, so he's got a little wiggle in him, we've learned.
And you had to, yeah, it's a thin call. Like if you have just a single spade in hand, it's such an easy call for me, right?
Yeah, but no spade.
I
is
would
not
agree with
easy.
that.
7-4
I
suited,
kinda
18 big
don't want the
blind.
queen of spades, so I want him to bluff queen 10 with the queen of spades.
You could raise.
Fair, but it's just hard for him to get. Yeah, okay, this is what I thought. This is 7-4 suited is a good raise.
Okay,
Even when you're doing a lot of checking, it's a good raise.
okay.
Open.
Bet
Can you
small's
just,
good.
no, this is
King
fine.
Jack O is
Yeah.
like a borderline jam, but raising it is fine.
Do I
That's
check
what I was
back
wondering,
here?
if you could pile pre, yeah.
Do I
Yeah,
value bet
no.
again? I think I value bet again.
No.
right?
I would
Check
play
back
check.
should be
Check, okay.
better,
Bad river,
I
check. Do you
guess.
value bet?
Check and win.
Check
Show it
back.
down.
No, value bet on 4 flush. Yeah,
Okay,
you just
Yeah,
Show it down and run good. There you go. Alright, you got him against the ropes. Put it in his face.
nice. Call off.
should be
Oh,
easy, right?
oh, you're gonna start losing these ones now, I've
Should be
heard.
easy, right? Lock it up, back it
Not
up.
when it comes deuce.
Pocket
And
deuce.
deuce,
Never lose.
another one.
Alright,
backs never go backs.
Alright,
Don't
Ducks
fold.
never
we gotta fight
sucks.
again. Let's call.
Don't fold.
so you guys
Can you
always
3-bet
call
this shit?
here?
Don't fold, Louis.
What
Don't
would it
fold,
three
but yeah, I kinda like this actually.
I don't have this in my game, but I think it's good.
I think you go smaller though at this.
I do
bet,
too.
but
That would be my critique. I think like, I don't know, 5.7 or something.
Let's
5.5.
look at 40.
5.5. I like 5.5.
4.6?
Got an
But I
open.
also think you can go worse in range for the 3-bet bluff. Like you have like Jack 5, Jack 4, Jack 3 off. That's a lot of offsuit jacks to be bluffing.
It's not really doing it with Jack 6. It's not doing it with any of the jacks except like Jack 8, Jack 9, Jack 10 a little bit.
I see it
Okay,
at
so it's not a
25 with some of the
3-bet
worst
three?
ones.
It doesn't three bet?
No,
Not at 40.
at 30,
At
where
40,
you
it's
use
actually,
like a little Jack 5-0.
What about 30?
At 30, yeah, a little Jack 5-0. But a smaller size too. You only want to need to go 5.5.
Okay.
So just a little bit of accuracy stuff, but it's okay.
So bet small, he calls, I'm in trouble. Check, check.
40, it shifts to like suited junk
Right,
and
exactly.
offsuit, high cards.
Should we go for it?
Dude, I kinda wanna target a 5 here.
Who bet? Who bet
How did we get
flop?
here?
We bet flop.
It went 3-bet, bet
Sorry.
flop. It went bet
Bet.
flop,
Call.
Three bet?
call, check, turn. He doesn't have a lot of
I
5
think
X
you
though.
should check this flop. Am I crazy?
Definitely.
Maybe you
A
just
three
win with a bet,
pot.
actually.
Three
Yeah,
bet pot. I
bet.
have to bet.
You just
And
checked
this hand is
3-bet pot
trash, and it does actually
a
have
minute
some
ago.
like bluffable turns. This just is like not a good turn for us. So,
Should I bluff? The deuce of hearts.
because of course on like a 10 or a 9, you're very happy bluffing. On an ace, you might consider bluffing.
So he's gonna have jack 10, he's gonna have like ace 10, he's gonna have hands that just beat you, that are gonna have a hard time calling. I don't know, man. I might
Jack
bet
9,
like,
I would bluff,
9.
yeah.
I might bet like 8 here sometimes, something that I would do with a king. That's
Half
good.
pot. Yeah, I was thinking
That's
half pot.
okay. That's good.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a queen. It's a queen.
All right, so the sun run has resumed. No, he has deuces. Okay, he like called flop and he just
Yeah,
drills it
that's
over
right.
the
That's right. You're right, Tim. He just rivered the nuts.
Okay,
Uh,
like, okay.
yeah, you wanna
you had
bet your
a,
kings like half or 80%. It's good.
Yeah.
okay, good.
So
Oh
king.
my god, this
I
is
like
so
min
stressful. I'm gonna need
raise.
a new blood pressure medication after this.
Get you some statins.
Okay,
Hey.
surely we bet.
I,
Oh,
I check back.
Big. No.
Put this in the machine. I want to bet. I want to bet like half potish or
Half
like a
pot, 60%.
or even third.
Galen is apparently one of the Sopranos. Half a
Half is
pot,
good.
60%.
Just
Come on.
end the hand.
Dude, after he checks twice,
I was
yeah,
betting
it's,
10.
Delay betting's good, cause he has been check raising these textures a lot too. But then he just had
exactly.
it
And
a
then I think
lot.
his turn check is extremely honest.
Mhm.
Flop
Call, I
bet.
guess?
Need to bet.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Bet more
here,
often. And
here,
the sizing on
Wait,
flop is
look at
like
all those sizes.
Yeah.
What the hell?
yeah, but they're so close. 47, 58, 70. They're all very close.
I've never seen so many.
It's kind of
It's
mostly
kinda
around
silly.
half.
It's kinda silly, right?
you gotta
Yeah,
check raise it,
alright,
right?
based on the, no, based on the 7-7-6 board we looked at earlier, we saw a lot of high card with a 6x we're calling. But you can mix a raise for sure, I guess.
We don't block
That
the
was also
back doors here.
deeper.
That's true, that was deeper.
Yeah, that was quite deep.
So
I'm
you
okay
should
with
raise
raising
more
this.
now when you're shallower with a 4, right?
Right, because like one pair is just good. Just good to
Yeah.
go with.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous raising there, but I think it's good.
That's
I
Okay,
think the lower
so
your kicker, the more you raise.
probably.
I don't really want to limp this hand very often.
Me either. I don't wanna limp, I just don't wanna limp this kind of hand. But I think when you do limp this hand, you gotta call that raise.
Easy call. Easy call.
Yeah,
Limp,
so
jam it. Just
Pete
kidding.
had some big opinions about folding this. Like he thought it was like a pretty snap fold and I'm like, you can't
What?
fold these type of hands because like when you're playing heads up, this kind of hand is just the nuts on like a third of the runouts. Like a third of
Yeah.
the board textures.
Either you've made the nuts or you block the nuts so hard.
Dude, this hand
Yeah.
is worth so much.
I mean,
Yeah, this
it's
is
worth
worth
it,
0.7 big bet blinds. It's
right?
not 30.
So
Yeah, but
like,
it was good size. You know, this, look at his sizing, look at my stack depth and it's the second.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
doesn't
None of that
matter,
matters.
doesn't
Quick
matter.
call. Quick call.
Hey, whoever has a solver open, compare the EV of a hand like this to Jack 10 or King Queen real quick. Like, what are the EVs?
Yeah, Jack 10 is worth 1.3 big blinds if you limp call it. That's worth 1.3. This is worth 0.5. It's worth like half of Jack 10 suited.
Okay, okay. And
King
then
Queen O
imagine,
is similar to Jack 10 suited. It's also worth 1.3. This is worth 0.5.
okay. And it's just in high card nature, you're gonna win on some like give up runouts where you never do that with this.
Yeah.
I guess would be that.
Yeah, this is the nuts.
Okay, so I should defend, alright. But I'm just thinking like my reasoning for folding is, I think he's very loose and very passive. And then when he puts some gas, it's very face up. So this is,
Yeah, but like,
is,
look
this
at your
is some gas,
pot odds. If he turns over ace queen offsuit, you just click call, right?
sure, I don't know,
Absolutely,
So I think he has hands like
Yes,
ace queen offsuit
you
very
do.
often here.
at this stack, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, maybe
Yes.
I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong. I should call.
Like to play in position against ace queen offsuit, like you have the equity.
Okay,
You
And you'll
have the
know, like
position.
you're not just gonna station off if the board's like, ace queen 4, right? Like,
I went with this one.
You could bluff this sometimes. I don't like bluffing deuce though. People don't give you credit.
Yeah, I just fold.
yeah, and like kind of shitty backdoors with the spades.
It is kinda shitty backdoors.
So raise two.
Good. I like raise two. I'm folding.
Fuck.
You're just too shallow. You're too shallow.
He makes it big.
This guy
It's a theory
just had
call.
every move for me, I had it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of your stack, but it is a call in theory.
So what's the raise in theory though? And what's the EV in theory? Cuz he's raising larger than you're gonna see in a solver versus 25.
Alright, how about this, Galen? There's
The
an
raise is
8.5
7.5.
sizing. And he's still calling the 8.5 sizing.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay.
Enough said. The power of suited connectors right there.
Okay,
Yeah,
You just hit the flop and you stack off. Easy game.
Yeah, you're right.
so I folded.
you just win against ace king sometimes.
Yeah,
Do you ever raise? I would just call, I think. Okay, I'm out. Fine, you win.
I think this guy's got some moves. A little more than we thought at first.
This is ridiculous. 18 big blind jam.
Dude, he's
What?
really just trying to suffocate you out of this game entirely.
Yes.
3-bet,
But you're
jam,
like,
like,
you just woke up with kings and you snapped this off earlier. Like, what? This is not
Just
good.
gonna,
This is not good.
we need to find somewhere to make a stand.
We should get kings more.
That
yeah, we need
sucks.
more kings.
Thought about
Yeah,
that, Louis, professional poker player. Get kings more.
3-5 is probably okay. I
this is
guess.
why you have to take the profitable calls while you have them with the 5-4, 7-8.
I call it, right?
Raise all in, maybe? I don't know.
I
What
just
is he
call.
betting with one big blind?
Bink.
Raise to, just jam, I guess. I don't know. Maybe like to 5 or 4 is gonna be better.
Maybe.
10-7, you gotta defend?
Yeah, dude, it's too high up, I
Yeah,
think. I think. We are kinda
raise
short.
or fold. Raise or fold.
You don't
Depends.
Uh,
You
This
have
guy
10
see bets every-
high.
Yeah, but he
There,
see
you
bets every
can't
time.
float 10 high. You can't float 10 high.
We got overcards and a heart. Paired row.
Yeah, I agree. But if you were gonna continue with this hand, you need to
Just
raise it.
raise then. Just make it fucking 3.5. He's gonna fold like, if he c-bets every time, right?
Alright, what do you do
Yeah,
here?
now what? Now what, Mr. 10 high? You raise the flop and you're not in this stupid node.
Well,
It's like the
Danny,
third time you've done this, Louis. This is a leak. You can't just peel these flops with any piece, man. You gotta be considerate of your hands. You're floating too wide.
well, Danny, you know what happens usually? What happened before when I got here?
You get bluff caught on the river, I think.
Okay, what do you think I'm gonna do?
you're gonna jam.
Let's find out.
And I jam.
What the?
I know you
Oh my-
win, so I guess it worked this time again.
You know, Louis, to Danny's credit, I kinda agree with him. I was talking about this the other day. Anytime we play a pot together, I'm that guy over there just checking the nuts to you because I
I
know you're
know.
gonna do some silly shit like
I
this.
know. That's always how you get me.
I think this is fine, but I think we could get here more profitably by just like clicking it on flop. He still calls with some like ace, jack, ace, queen type hands, and
Okay,
then
so
we can
the
profitably
reason,
jam turn.
the number one reason why I know I can pull it off here, okay, is whenever he checks turn, he never has it.
Yeah, obviously. No, obviously. I agree, but like it's a pretty appealing raise on flop, right?
Yeah. So I just,
Alright, so you're exploiting him then, huh?
yeah,
Alright.
Alright, so. that-
Fair enough, but the thing is, when you just call, he could have it later,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
for sure,
he
for sure.
checks turn, he can river it still, like, things happen.
I don't hate that bluff spot for what it's worth.
Yeah, when it comes brick, it's pretty good.
Mhm,
I had to do something, I mean.
mhm.
Okay, so I
What
defend.
happened here? Okay,
Yes.
good. Ooh,
Uh,
lots it on you.
so this is an interesting one. I remember how you played this and I was like torn. I think you probably just put it in, but playing call might have some merit. I don't know.
The
What do you
bet
guys
is
think?
too big.
I think jam is great.
Yeah, the bet's huge. I just wanna run it. What a ridiculous size, though.
We haven't seen
Um,
it out of him, which is why I'm kinda like, but yeah, jamming's definitely not gonna be bad here, right?
Let me look this one up.
I just thought calling might be kind of a thing sometimes, but it's too big, I think, looking at it.
Yeah, the bet was too big. I couldn't call and I don't.
9-7 Dewey.
But you can't call. What do you
Game
mean you
brain.
can't call? What do you mean you can't call?
You
What-
can't
you-
call.
You
we-
can call, but then like, it's gonna be, you have to call turn too, probably on like any turn
Well,
Well,
that's the thing, okay?
and
So
your
like, I think,
equity's lower.
right, so
Oh,
it's
you
gonna
don't
be
mean you're
very
folding.
hard.
Okay, I thought you were saying you
Yeah.
can't call, you're folding. Okay, dear God. Okay,
No,
I'm
no.
okay.
He was just
Sorry.
talking about like flicking in a chip to call.
so boom
No,
shakalaka.
don't call. Don't call. Just run it. Just chips in.
I went with it.
All in. Wait, the
He
sim
has
I'm
ace
looking
nine.
at
What?
has. The sim I'm looking at has some calling. Yours says pure jam? Interesting.
No, there's,
9-7
It says it
deuce.
solved for 20 and it was, are you looking at 25 or something?
I'm looking at 20, limp, raise, call, 9-7 deuce, bet 5. Oh,
Yeah.
bet 6.
that's it.
Okay, that's why. Bet 6.
Put
That's
it
not
in.
So
really a thing with his range. Yeah, you'd pure jam versus that, okay. The smaller he bets, the more calls you have, right? You don't have to
Right.
jam if
Yeah,
you bet
definitely. Yeah, if
Yeah,
he goes like
yeah.
half pot, it's a pretty okay call.
I think
Yeah.
so too. I
So
think
10
so
eye,
too.
Danny, 10 eye.
Yeah, good job. Oh, he folds. Wow, nice. Yeah, it's a good jam. You can do either. I like jam. Plays cleaner in my mind.
It does play
Right.
cleaner. It's much easier to execute.
Yeah, the bigger he goes, just like, alright.
So I
I
raised
mean,
three. But I see bet here.
I would bet small. The board kinda sucks, but it sucks for a
Yeah,
lot of
bet
his
small.
hands too.
This is good.
Yeah, and we can bink some shit, like, you know.
You can hit a
so-
7, you can hit a 7, so.
Right.
One with
I
a
don't
four.
like it!
Checking. Wait, did you open or limp?
I open.
What? You just
Bro,
range bet, I think.
bro.
Cause you know, the bottom end of the straight,
Field heuristics.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it's
But
like low jack
you're,
versus nine shit.
you have
This
8
is-
high though.
That's exactly why you wanna bet, I think.
Right, that's what I mean. King 10.
A little checking, okay, so it's not like the craziest thing, but I think you're gonna yield way more EV betting than checking here.
yeah, okay.
I agree.
You're gonna have to take some like exotic bluff lines on later streets if you play the check node.
But I just know,
Buckle up,
after-
Galen.
Yeah, right?
yeah, I just know.
There we
after
go.
I
Here we
check Twice that the hand is mine, you know?
So if he checks, that's fair, okay, Louis,
But
I
this is a
support it a
equity
little bit.
shifter, so he
Bro,
might
but I
range
can see
check
the
again the
sizing you
turn.
went for on turn and I hate it. I hate it. I see it in the solver.
One.
No. No, why?
I should bet bigger,
You're
right?
supposed, I was gonna
What?
say, you definitely have to be polar here.
It's
I mean,
betting
what are you-
150% and you
What are
bet
you
one.
betting for this size? Like you like show up here with like ace jack and you check flop and then you bet this size on turn? Like, I don't believe you.
You know what I'm doing as med vet test here? I'm just gonna be like raising any two cards.
Like,
I'm gonna see this and I'm just gonna be like, bullshit, you know?
the clock is
You like what, you checked back Jack 10 and now you wanna bet?
yeah, right? Yeah, come on. Like oh
Nine pairs?
god. Oh, and now we as Galen said, we have to take some exotic bluff line.
Oh,
Alright. What are we gonna do?
You have to bluff. I mean, you have 8 high and you have a flush blocker and YOLO, and this guy can't call, and put 9 big blinds in the pot and see what happens.
I'm not.
Oh my!
He called the turn, so he must have something, you know?
He can just have
Oh.
he's just bullshit.
No, I
He's
have a
just
sick
bullshit.
read on
Check the
him.
ace to
It's
you.
on the turn. If he checks the turn, he never has it. If he calls the turn, he always can follow up all the way.
No, but I mean, the
He
always
checked the
never
turn,
stuff.
so he didn't have it, but then he called, so he had it.
He'd had it solid. Cause he checks folds like, we had 60 hands. He did it every time before.
To be
It's-
results oriented, I think this is a good indication of why betting flop would be nice.
Yeah, right. I bet flop, he's just folding and we move
He's
on.
just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So raise.
Oh,
I
Call,
This has been the most stressful study session of my life.
call.
It's not just because of
Okay.
you, Louis. I want to say like I'm ragging on you. It's also that he has just run hot. He has just been to shit. It's frustrating.
Yeah, dude, he's gone like, it's been like very ebb and flow, like short stack play, equal stack play, big stack play. It's a very dynamic situation.
Yes.
Don't
And
tell
I
me
think
you're gonna
kudos to
float
you.
this
I know it can
again,
be very
Louis. Don't
tilting and
tell
it's
me.
very easy to just like punt off stacks when you're watching a guy just like hit flop after flop against you or hit
Yes.
turn in that
Yeah.
case. And like kudos to you for like you're still playing.
Yes.
Yeah, like Jeremy
It's
was
another
watching
raise or
this
fold spot here.
and he went for lunch and like took a shower and came back and he was like, he goes, "Oh my God, you're still playing? What are you doing?"
And against a guy who I think is kind of like amazing.
Kinda whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like raising here to what the direction Danny was going. I don't like folding, I don't think.
I
Like a
don't know. I
nine,
think it's okay. The 4 of hearts is a pretty shitty heart. You switch the suits and give me the jack of hearts, and it's like
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
I
my
would fold
problem
this
with
one.
is you've got straight cards on the top and the bottom, like a nine's good, a ten's good, a five's good, a six is good.
Galen, don't be Lewis. You don't have to
yeah.
reach
But
this hard to find
thing is,
bluffs.
like,
Like, you will
thing is,
find
like,
other bluffs.
It's funny
It's
because
true that the-
whenever I wanna fold, you know, not that often, Galen's always like, no.
Galen, I want to say about like the straight draws. You'd just rather have something tighter to the 7, the 8. So like 9-4 is better.
Yeah,
Because
maybe
it just like
so.
turns better cards.
Mhm.
Like the jack only it needs like the magic runner straight.
It's true. It's thin
Yeah.
waters.
So here 10 of clubs is the nuts. Queen jack 10 is the nuts. Yeah.
Betting's good.
Defend.
Defend.
Hey, hey.
Zero
Ooh.
EV defend.
Yeah, it's like it's close. It's okay, but it's close.
Raise.
Yep.
9 of spade. Very
Uh,
solid.
Three
right?
to a
Yeah,
straight, three
we're
to a
gonna-
flush, three to a straight, three to a flush.
You might check
Yep.
this one.
I think the
I'm
three deuce is
saying,
kinda
what
hard
the
to
fuck?
defend
How is he?
too,
What is he raising? What is he raising? What 2 cards is he raising?
though. Just like a 10, maybe,
Jesus Christ.
maybe ace four of spades. I don't know. Not a lot,
This
man.
dude he's a little tougher than we thought, maybe.
So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? No, alright.
I mean, you're gonna fold, obviously.
I'm checking flops. I mean, I'm looking at flop
Ooh,
to see if
yeah.
there's a check.
No, don't do that.
You sure? That's not good?
I don't hate it.
Maybe.
I don't
maybe.
hate it. I don't hate it.
9-8 off.
It's a thing. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Okay. Oh my goodness, he calls.
Time to get
Oh.
lucky. Pocket nines. Whoops.
King on the flop.
You mega wine this one in. You landed it too.
King on the
There,
flop.
there,
King on the
there
river.
was an epic monologue that was about to start right here after
Oh,
that
yeah,
mental
oh, yeah.
anguish.
I hate this jam pre-flop because I know it's right and it's.
No, you just get folds a lot. Like,
Yeah, I know.
you're right.
But it's just like.
Surprised this guy didn't disconnect after this. He probably broke his computer.
oh,
Yeah, and like, just like that, we're back to equilibrium.
We're back again.
I would
look at
open here.
30 big blinds. I want to be doing more raising
Gotta-
than limping.
Yeah, just
Limp
open.
call, limp call. No,
Gotta hide his
No,
cards.
why?
Hide his cards. Hide his
Why?
cards.
because in my, I thought that's what it was to do with.
I'm not a fan of limp call. I'm
Alright,
with
it's
them.
limping half the time? Is that what I'm seeing? What am I seeing?
Roughly.
It's like,
Yeah, and I mean, once he ISOs, you're just gonna call, sure.
make an 8. See bet small?
He
Yeah.
raised,
Small, that small?
wait, you limp, he raised.
He
you
ISOs, then he
call.
checks.
Yeah,
Oh, he
Yeah,
checks,
I think you
okay.
can, I think you
I
can
would
throw a bet
bet,
out.
I would throw a
You
bet
can
out,
bet
I think.
between like one
I
third
would
and one
check.
half, maybe.
I want to
No
check
heart.
back cuz no heart, second pair,
Yeah.
and I would bet ace, maybe king 8. Queen 8.
You're just gonna lose this hand on the turn a lot to like overcards is my only
I
concern.
was gonna say, I think SPR is low enough that having the heart is not super important. SPR is like 4.
Okay,
So at this point, I think we can kinda not worry too much.
Okay.
SPR like 8 to 10, I really wanna have a heart.
Alright, buckle up, Buttercup. Let's see what we get on the river. I got a bluff catcher. What do you got?
Yeah,
He's
I'm a
gonna
bluff
check.
catcher.
Oh, what?
easy.
Half pot is, I hate it because this is like value. This is
Call.
like this is a flush or a 10 that like missed or something. I think you
Call.
That's
gotta
a call.
call. I think you gotta call. I hate it though.
I agree. I think it's a call. Got him?
Good, he had
Yeah.
the queen of hearts. Very good.
Bro
Yeah,
checks
it's a
flop,
little out
then
of line
picks
for
up
him.
something, bets turn, misses, bets river.
I don't hate his line. I think he kinda half-assed his bluff though. That's what cost
He
him.
should just small bet flop. It's more credible that way.
What about this one?
I do agree. Alright, I
3
gotta
to a
run, guys.
straight, 3 to a
Louis,
flush.
congrats. This was really well played.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
See you, Tim.
Take it easy, Tim.
Mm,
I'm gonna continue versus that bet.
this one I'm not sure about.
I called. I don't know.
3 to a straight, 3 to a flush.
Yeah, okay. Check, check. Now,
Like, I don't feel so strongly on the flop that, yeah, either way. I don't know.
It's just a really small bet is my thing.
Probably a fine call with queen high. Like your other sussy floats were with like 9 high and 10 high. But here queen high could just be ahead, right? So it makes way more sense.
I would be pretty surprised on this one. Like I have stronger convictions about continuing this flop than let's say, some of the other ones. Call or raise. Or is it call or fold?
mixing.
Click it.
I know. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Mixing a little bit of everything. Zero EV.
Checks out. It's about how it felt.
So on this river, after check, check on the turn. Are you gonna show that?
Bet 5, bet 4, target like a 9 or like a 4 or something.
I give up.
Okay,
won. Queen
good,
high.
works,
Okay.
works.
Yeah, I
works.
think this is fine. Can you scroll down see what the robot wanted to do? Wanted to
Does it
bluff,
give
I
up?
guess.
Bluff.
Bet 5, yeah,
All
okay.
in.
Oh,
It actually jams some, I feel like that's a
a little,
bit
Yeah.
ambitious, but I mean, it's okay. I like jamming here though, for sure.
close, right?
Probably one of the worst you fold or best you fold or worst you call. I don't know, what do you
I'm
think?
not sure. I might call against him. I don't know.
It's been a long heads up match. I might just, wait for a little more security. I like this. I like this. Good. Good.
Okay.
Jam.
I thought that would be it.
I did too. I didn't remember.
Are you finally gonna get him the next time? Or is he gonna double again? How long is this match?
Dude, it's a very long match, very long
Deuce
match.
3, nice. Oh,
One,
uh-huh.
small, okay,
Ah,
fold, it's fine. I
I
like how
think
you
one
play
is
it.
good.
Yeah, just keep stabbing at him like that. He's gonna dwindle down if he's not gonna be able to sustain this aggression.
You could jam queen jack maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I
Good.
think it's a theory jam, actually. It's like not as good as king queen to raise call, you just put it in.
Don't jam. You jammed here and I hated it because it's like, he's got so many like bluff catchers here and no nuts. So why not just make it like you checked? Okay, that's good too.
This is where I am.
I don't know if I have the confidence to jam.
Wouldn't he just have an ace here if he called you?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't.
he's got an
check
ace.
this all.
I like the
Okay, yeah, that's
call.
good.
I like how you played that. I think that's good. I guess you could maybe jam to bluff him off of like a chop like that, but I don't know.
All the way up to like 15 bigs, queen jack O, open jams, some frequency, 16, it's still there. Falls away at 18.
Small.
He's done this twice on a mono. Just jamming on you.
I think we noticed that too.
Pair and diamond or something. Ace of diamonds.
Double. I kinda like this. He doesn't have a lot of jack X in his continues.
Hmm.
I kind of.
Called twice.
How much, okay, so he's got a king, or he's gonna have like, he's gonna have some like clubs or things that wrap around the 2-3, but having the 5 kinda sucks because you're blocking 5-4. So. I don't know, man. I might just give up here. Feels kinda bad. I feel like it's a coin flip if he calls.
Ace four of clubs.
That could be it. He had 3-4,
Wow, he
yeah, like,
stationed you off with a 3 on the flop and turn. Pretty good.
And we're back to even.
He got you, damn.
yeah, it's tough, right? That's a tough one to call on the turn.
And now he has the chip lead.
Tough river bluff on the king, though.
It is, cuz he has a lot of king X, unfortunately. Show it down, I guess. Bro, feels kinda bad. Like, this might be a bluff catch sometimes.
Okay, so what do
I-
we know about this guy? When he checks the turn, he doesn't have it. So he checks the turn. So who do you
Hmm.
think I am?
He could have an 8 here is the only problem. Like, an 8 would make sense to
Nah,
how he
He
played
would
it.
never check the turn with an eight. Never.
I like it, Louis. I like it.
Anything that he checks on the turn is airball. Cause
Yeah,
that's
I
what
don't
he,
What
hate
if
it.
he is
he
bluffing
bets,
with king six?
he
Oh, you
bets
chop,
any
I
two on
guess.
the flop and then on the turn, he's super straightforward. That's
Fair.
his lead.
Yeah,
Except on the turns that change the texture, right? The ace came on the turn, he
Yeah.
checked again to you with an ace in his hand.
Yeah,
But the 9 doesn't really change anything. If you had a 9, you could have bet flop. If you know, it's like
Yeah.
a brick, so he's probably stabbing any 8, any 5, any
yeah. So
reasonable
I
draw.
think bluff catching here is pretty good. I
I
do.
don't want a diamond in my hand, but I think king eye here is good enough. So I call.
Bro's bluffing queen jack, queen 10. Yeah, 6-4,
Yeah.
he should probably stab turn, but
Yeah.
okay.
Picked him out with king eye.
He could also go bigger. Again, he like half-assed his bluff.
Donate more to the Louis fund. 2 pair. Alright, jam this time, see what happens.
just
Do it,
Maybe too
Medved.
big. I think I would go smaller on the turn, but it's probably fine.
Would you go like
'Cause
80, right? Or more?
Yeah,
Oh, triples. Maybe just call. Yeah, I
Good
kinda
idea.
like
good
that.
job. Good job, I think.
Oh my, how much are you upset right now?
Not upset
Check.
at all.
Check
Not
back.
at all. Well, not that now when he checks, you're not.
I don't know if I wanna check the river though. I think I wanna put like a small bet to get like king highs, queen highs to bluff catch sometimes though.
I think he has enough bluffs, especially him. That's what I was gunning for.
Which is fine. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a viable option.
Jack three, raise call, check, see bet small. He calls,
I think you might even be able to go smaller since he's down to 10.
we make a
You can
three,
bet 1.
we
yeah.
check back. Checks, 7,
Show
6.
it down.
Has a six,
Yeah.
I don't hate showing it down, to be honest. It's
raise, I just call,
call. I kinda like this.
Fancy.
I like this. I like this.
this board. Like
It's a pretty
raise.
safe board. You might be able to even just call
I
this.
should probably just call here, right? I went check
This
raise.
is not bad. This is not bad either, though, I don't think.
Yeah.
He's just gonna have a hard calling range to support such a dry flop. Unless he's really on his stuff, you know?
Jack six folding. Queen ten calling,
I don't hate jamming this.
bet small call, the 10 pairs, we're gonna.
Small-ish?
I tried another size here. I went really small. It folds.
You went small, I
You
think
went
it's
a little
good.
big.
Yeah,
You went
Maybe
like
a little
half
big.
pot.
He only has 9.5. You can bet 3. 3 point, yeah, no, it's fine. It's good. You're right.
Okay, good defend, I think. You have a pair.
Hmm.
I don't hate this. I think this is probably alright.
Get him. Oh.
Hmm.
Look at all
Who's
that
got
turn equity. We could have hit any card. 9, king, diamond.
half the deck?
and he's back in the chip league. But now we're angry.
I'm putting the deal flag up.
Click. I like click here. Don't jam.
Clickety,
I
he
like
jams,
this.
I call,
Call.
has a
And
10.
you're back.
Okay, so like this is the turning point. Like, look, he decided to play jam with like a naked top pair here. I feel like that
Mhm.
is like kind of a misstep here. He's probably getting frustrated at this point with the whole match.
Mhm.
Like, he's gotta continue, but versus a click, like, I don't know if you're just gonna put it in.
Yeah,
Maybe you do.
Jack three,
Not much behind though.
Not much behind.
he's not done yet.
He big bet flop, right? I'm looking at it.
Uh,
Um,
Oh yeah, that was
yeah.
great. Chop it off.
It wants to play jam with 10-8 or click, and then 10-7. It wants him to trap. Wants Louis to trap.
Mm,
But let's give the click.
Fold.
Oh, the guy should never bet 3. The guy should check the flop with 10 deuce, actually.
I could see that. Good fold, I think.
All
Put
in,
him in.
all in.
I would probably call here with the king.
Snap call.
You hit a bunch of sixes.
GG.
No,
what?
man.
Danny got completely trolled. It's like, how?
Saw the turn, I'm like, it's over. There you go.
On the river, you were quite sure, right?
On the river, for sure. If there was any doubt.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, GG.
There you
Yeah.
go, there you go.
Alright, so this was a really, really tough match. Crazy, 125 hands.
It's a lot, man. It's
It's
a
a
lot.
lot. You got it done. So thanks a lot
Yep,
for
yep.
watching, everybody.